Alright, so yeah, last time in the sprawl, after hashing out a rough plan, the runners begin prepping for a snatch and grab operation on Queso, also known as Cheesy. Dith gets in contact with his fixer KJ, then puts in some orders, a signal amp for Siggy, and a digital Slim Jim to help crack Queso's limo. The next night after the gear arrives, the team heads for Dante's Inferno. Sig, Samton, and Red head to the surrounding parking garages to locate the limo, while Dith headed into the club to get eyes on the inside. Sig and Red go to work on the ride while Sam watched their backs. After a few close calls with the anti-theft system, narrowly saved by the digital Slim Jim, they do however leave the limo's internal communications up, not wanting to risk setting anything off. As the night turned to early morning, Dante's began closing up, and like before, Queso ascended from the lower floors looking to leave with the new girl on his arm. As one of his bodyguards went to retrieve the limo, Dith notified the rest of the team and prepared to run interference for the grab. At the parking garage, Sig, Sam, and Red took up hiding positions and awaited the bodyguard. When he appeared and went for the limo, Red moved in behind him and with a flick of his staff rendered the bodyguard unconscious. Right on cue, Samton hopped in the driver's seat and headed to the nightclub. Once Dith saw the limo rolling up with Samton at the wheel, he struck up a conversation with a bystander and began shouting towards Queso in faux recognition. When Dith began to get more chummy with Queso, his two other bodyguards cut Dith off as Queso and his date hopped in the limo. No sooner was Queso in the vehicle when Samton slammed on the gas. Both bodyguards turned at the sound and with a shout ran after the fleeing limo. Samton was by no means an expert driver, but with his chromed out reflexes manages to control the unwieldy limousine. Queso's head bodyguard Zeke almost got a hold of the open door, but Samton flicks out the rear end in the limo and miraculously pries Zeke off the door and slams it closed behind him, locking securely. Sig and Red swing by and pick up Dith and follow Samton closely. In the limo, Queso begins angrily demanding Samton to stop, even going so far as to threaten the woman with him. With a few more slick maneuvers, Samton knocks him around, but Queso finally gets to the comms and Samton can hear him talking with someone calling for help. Sam finally brings the limo to a halt on a secluded pier in the downtown docks with the rest of the runners close behind. Queso, sensing his captors closing in, put a knife to the woman's throat. Dith and Red distracted Queso from the rear door, and Samton lowered the middle divider and popped the gel round right off on Queso's noggin. With their mark incapacitated, Dith took the girl out and pointed her in the direction of downtown and told her to beat it. The runners moved Queso over to the van and prepare to lose the pursuit that is surely coming. And that's where you are now.
Oh boy.
Right in the thick of it. In media res.
Alright, so so Queso's unconscious.
Yes.
And we're all piled into the back.
I guess, I mean, there's probably room up front for a shotgun and Sig's driving.
I'm gonna need Samton and Red in the back, I think.
Why would you do that?
Well, yeah, I mean, right now, is there, or like, is anyone pursuing us, or like, is Lone Star around at all?
Probably.
I would assume Samson would tell you that he got a call off to someone, but he wasn't sure who.
Okay.
Yes, we can assume it's probably top notch because he's connected to the lieutenant governor. So.
He got into that. He got that phone. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, let's show put the pedal to the metal, squeal out the tires, all the smoke comes up.
Okay. Why doesn't everyone give me perception checks?
Alright.
See what you can notice as you tear out from the stock.
Oh boy, character sheet.
Perception's intelligence?
Yep. Just straight int.
We use D20s, right? Not D6s?
Oh my god, yeah, how do you work?
You got it. You're fine.
It's like riding a bike.
Wait, don't you have those magic ear?
Oh,
augments?
right, plus... Jesus. Okay.
Maybe the macros set up too?
Sorry.
Just notice mine at the bottom of the screen.
What's that?
The
did you s-
macros.
Oh.
Remember
I do
mine at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, sorry, it's 6 anyway.
Okay. Yeah, you're really smart there for a second. Okay. Yeah, pretty much everyone get over the threshold. You can see as you sort of like turn the van around back towards the city and or back off the pier and start driving in, you see that there's a little bit more air traffic over the city. Noticeably ones with big spotlights on them, and they're sort of heading towards the bay area.
So they're not stealth choppers. That's good.
It's a leg
You
up.
got that going for us.
Okay. Let's see. And we are driving to. Is that to be determined, or we're trying to get back to District 9, or just find somewhere to like lay low for a second?
No, so we just need to get out of the vicinity.
Okay.
Dith is planning on sending this message while we're in the back of the van anyway,
When
and we're gonna like dump him somewhere.
yeah, he got a call off. I wonder if he talked about our vehicle. I mean, obviously the limo. Sampton's out of harm right now, or he's
I think he's in the back of us.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, like, is he hurt at all? Was he hurt in the confrontation?
No.
No.
Okay, well,
The only shots fired were your own. So
yeah. So Sigil, I guess she's looking for. She wants to go, I guess, perpendicular to the where the helicopters or aircraft seem to be coming from, and look like to, yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
what? So
He's
they're
gonna-
sort of coming. I mean, you guys are sort of at the western side of downtown, basically.
Okay.
And they're coming from sort of like centered city, probably near Lone Star HQ or something like that.
She's gonna go south. How long of a drive is it to the Barrens?
Pretty long, maybe a few hours drive.
Ah, okay.
And you would suspect that, I mean, if they're coming for queso, this is probably one of the rare times when the Barons wouldn't stop them. Although it would be easier to hide, definitely.
Yeah. Trying to find a map here. Where are we again? Sorry.
Oh. You're basically like right smack dab center of downtown.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay. So I'm thinking. The best thing to do would be get away from downtown. So, how's the traffic right now?
It's like early morning, so it's
2
not
a.m.
terrible. Yeah.
Okay.
But you would know, all of you living in Seattle for a while, you know that this central island, the Council Island, is technically sovereign territory of the Native American Council. Not technically part of Seattle.
Oh, interesting.
But they probably wouldn't be very kind to you if you came in there trailing an escort of Lone Star.
Oh, that would be assuming that they're trailing us. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I want to get away from the downtown area and avoid the incoming spotlights. So let's see. I don't know, Dith, you got any navigation here? I mean, she's already driving, like turning, maybe looking not to get on the freeway.
Gotcha. Give me just like a basic drive check then.
Okay.
So well you're able to navigate around.
Upgrade my car. Okay.
I think the basic check is like 4, and then you're in urban terrain, so it's like 6. Okay, 1 success, just enough. Okay, so you pull out of this place and make a turn and stick. You stick out of the way of most of the big downtown hotspots that are probably like Dante's Inferno letting out at this time. So you avoid most of that traffic, and you're sort of just like dodging and weaving through the skyscrapers of downtown. Okay. What?
SM, I guess. While I guess we're driving, I guess from the get-go, Red's gonna be kind of, I guess, patting down Queso, just looking for possible chips on him somewhere, maybe in his wallet or something like that, just to see if there's something that's actually tracking him.
Okay.
Like.
Okay. So give me another perception check for this guy down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I hear a chip.
Hey, it might be permitting some kind of high frequency noise.
Okay. So Red, you pat him over. He does have like a wallet sort of in his front jacket pocket. Or actually, it's got his cred stick, not his wallet. But yeah, that's hanging out there. He's wearing a little bit of jewelry. He's got maybe an ornate sort of Catholic cross or something around his neck.
Classy.
Yeah, and yeah, besides that, he's just pretty much got the shoes. He has like a fancy cigarette case, and maybe a what else do we have? Maybe he has a few chips. You're not sure what's on them. There's just sort of blank chips. But that's all.
Okay. I mean, I guess maybe for safety, do you just want to smash these to death, or just toss them out the window, or?
Yeah, let's just smash him in the back.
Yes, I mean, I guess we'll just kind of destroy the chips that we come across, and.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, as we're driving, at the same time as Red is, kind of searching, going through all this stuff, Diff will give Samson a rundown of kind of like that he's gonna need Samson to kind of hold him down, and Red as well, kind of fill him in. And he'll also see if they, I don't know if we have any like smelling salts or anything. I don't recall. I don't know if would they be in a med kit by chance? Okay, because I have a med kit.
Yeah. You could whip something up.
Okay.
What's your biotech?
Non-existent.
Okay. Anyone in the back of the truck got biotech?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay. Just give me a roll. It's not that hard. Okay, yeah, no problem. You scrounge through the med kit and find some. It's not really smelling salts. It's kind of just some sort of like alcohol disinfectant rub, but it'll serve the same thing. It smells fucking terrible.
Yeah, so I mean, Dith will shout out to Sig in the front. Look, we don't need you to buy us too much time. We just need enough to deliver our message, and we can dump this asshole off somewhere.
Okay.
So just keep us in the clears.
All right.
Do.
Is it well lit? Are the streets well lit?
Not particularly well lit, but
Okay.
There's street lighting. Sure. Like any city.
Yes.
Well.
Oh, hey, Phil. Perfect. This got way better. All right. So anyway, we're going.
Yeah, you're tearing out. You do you're keeping an eye on you know, you're trying to look as best you can out of the front window up into the sky, but like there's so many skyscrapers and stuff, it's hard to see. But you know, you're definitely not out of the woods yet. You know, those choppers are still around here somewhere.
Yeah. So the scrapers are actually providing some cover.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're using to like try break line of sight and trying to get away, but you're not clear yet, you know, that much. You can still see their light kind of like shining, maybe glinting off a few buildings, but
yeah,
avoiding it.
Oh yeah. So it's Zigzag bit.
Alright. So
fighter best.
So it's I guess real quick, is Queso constrained at all? Like, did we bound his feet or hands or anything?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, no? I thought you did. You
Maybe
plasteel?
we did. We may have plastieled him.
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay.
Okay.
But it would just be
Yeah.
his hands. His hands are bound.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So Dith will get the knife that Queso had from Sampton,
Okay.
and he'll pretty much tell Red and Sampton that he needs them to, like, Red can like sit on his legs so that he can't move, and will like pull his arms above his head so that, and Sampton will kind of like constrain him like that. And Dith will kind of like preface with both of them, I'm not proud about what we're about to do, but gotta send a message somehow. So he'll take this alcohol rub and kind of shove it up under his nose.
Okay, yeah, he
Try to wake him up.
he comes coughing too, and like he's like coughing like a little blood, maybe it's a little in his mouth from the wound he received from Sampton. Yeah, he like his eyes sort of open up a little bit, and he's sort of like deliriously saying, he's like, yeah, he's not sure where he is. So what happened?
Dith will give him a hard smack across the face. Queso.
He sort of like snaps to, and he's like, "Oh, okay. You're dead, man. You're all fucking dead. I'm gonna kill you. Do you know who I am?"
In fact, we do know who you are, Queso. You and I have quite a few mutual friends. The trouble is that you have a bad habit of disfiguring and raping and murdering them. And that, frankly, that doesn't really fly with us. So,
Who the fuck are you? What do you care?
what do I care? What do I care if my friends are murdered?
What are you talking about?
Queso, we know about the girls.
He sort of like just shakes his head, and he's like, "You guys fucked up.
You see, that's
My
where
father finds you."
You're a little mistaken here, Queso. I think it's you that's fucked up quite a bit. You know, it's a pretty horrific experience to be taken under the way that you have some of these women. So, I don't suppose it's something that you've experienced yourself, is it?
You can see him sort of like his eyes sort of narrow, and he's like, he notices you have like a knife in your hand, but he's not doesn't break, and he like sort of like he like laughs, and he sort of spits in your face, or tries to. Big little wad of spit, even has some bone or some teeth fragments in it from where Sampton clocked him. Broke a molar or something, maybe.
You know, it's always best in these situations to get a little perspective, I find. So, Dith will kind of step over him, and he'll tear open his shirt. I assume he has like a button-down shirt open.
Yeah.
So he'll just tear it straight open, and he'll like straddle his stomach and like sit across him on top of him.
He sort of like struggles a little bit, but against Sampton and Red at the same time, he's no hope.
Okay.
But he's still struggling. He's like, and now he's sort of bargaining. He said, "I got money. That my wallet, or like my credit stick. It's like, just take everything in there. I'll tell you the code. I'll tell you everything."
That's all right. I don't think we need money. I think you need a little message. And so Dith will start carving the word rapist into his chest with the knife.
Wow. All right. It's went dark.
Yeah.
Give me a dex check.
Dex check. Reaction is it?
Well, quickness, I guess. Would be.
Okay.
See if you can manage to, with all the struggling and you're in the speeding vehicle. Okay, it maybe if you look at it sideways, it kind of looks like Davis, but the car's moving, he's fighting. But yeah, you got him, and he's like screaming in agony and just like spouting threats. It goes from like threatening, like he's like I'll fucking kill you. My father will pay, like he'll give out $1 million New Year bounty on all of your fucking heads, and it like fluctuates from that to like please stop, please, God, no.
So as it like finishes, he'll kind of like flick the blood out of the knife off into his face.
Ow.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying, isn't it?
Sig, as this is happening, you notice that no matter what like you're doing, it seems like the helicopters always are sort of maybe one step around you, and you start hearing the sound of sirens.
Ooh, we're accelerating.
Okay, give me another drive check.
Whew. And yeah, so it's not. I don't know. I guess I have low light vision. Is it possible at all to just kill my lights and be able to? I don't know. Like, can I intuit if it's?
I think it would still be a detriment. I mean, obviously it would be less of a detriment since you have that, but
yeah,
it would still be somewhat. Let me just
okay.
see.
But I guess I'm just trying to understand, in her experience in the current setting, is it?
Let's see, low light.
How much would it matter? Yeah.
Right.
And
you're at partial light. No, yeah, you'd be all right in partial light. If you went into any of the, less bright areas such as downtown, it might be a trouble, but you should be all right in here at least.
Okay. Well, yeah, show killer lights and oops, sorry, take away the last one.
Okay, that's no successes. So you take you hit the accelerator and take a quick turn, but all of a sudden find yourself, maybe you misread the street sign or something, and all of a sudden you see like a morning sort of delivery truck or something in front of you, sort of blocking the way in this sort of very narrow street. And you're like, shit, I knew it was Seattle Post delivery time, and just like scrolling, just like, God. Yeah, the street up ahead of you is blocked.
Okay.
Sirens are getting a little louder.
No other.
You could try to like squeeze by this truck, but I mean, you're gonna exchange some paint. It's not gonna be quiet nor stealthy.
But it is the only thing currently on the road. Like,
yeah. You don't see. You think. I mean, it's obviously stopped. The driver's probably making his delivery at, this probably apartment complex or something.
Okay. Well, she'll. Yeah, I mean, she'll try to jostle around it or get by it somehow.
Okay. Yeah. You tear past this thing. There's a few sparks. Each of you lose a mirror, but you squeeze by. You hear like several lights go on in the places above you as people are roused by this commotion, and the driver of the delivery truck runs out behind you and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck?" But you get through. You drive through the other end. It slowed you down a little bit. There's sirens. You're not sure if they got louder or if you're just more paranoid, but they're still there. All right, what are you guys doing in the back of the van?
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Hang on.
Yeah, you all feel this as like...
Did this carving rapist into a man's with a butcher's knife?
Things happen.
Things, yeah.
If you don't flip and kill him.
Saturday night. So, yeah, so Dithel, Queso's still screaming in the back. I'm not sure that he's getting the point yet, fellas. So he's gonna pull his belt off and start pulling his pants down.
All right.
Yeah.
You do that?
No. All right. So, yeah, this is. I told you this was the worst time to have a newcomer. Just
I didn't know Dith was this committed. Jeez.
Gotta send a message. So Dith will kind of look down and he'll laugh a little bit, kind of chidingly. Removing this seems like the solution to all of our problems, doesn't it, Queso?
He looks at you. Says, he's just like hysterical at this point. He's like, "No, man, no! Like, what do you want? What do you want?"
Very well. Perhaps a deal then between us. First, you will never contact another escort service, pick up girls off the street, hookers, whoever the hell they are. Hell, if we ever see you leaving Club Dante's Inferno again with a girl on your arm, if you do, if we do find you doing these things, we'll be paying you another visit. That's for damn sure. And I will personally tear this thing off with my own hands.
Says, "Fine, man, fine. Just stop. Just, Christ."
Second, you won't fucking pursue anything from this evening. You'll take your medicine that's been coming to you for quite a while, and you'll tell your father to not seek retribution on those, my colleagues and I. If we get the sense that you are coming after us, that you're sending people after us, you could be damn sure that we'll bring that right back on you tenfold. So you get no fucking warnings, Queso. This is it.
He's like, "Yeah, sure, man. Whatever you say, I'll stop. I swear."
Look,
I tell my dad. We'll leave you alone.
You stay on the straight and clean, and God forbid we'll never see one another again. But if you fuck up, and you have a tremendous history of doing so, then we will visit upon you the worst shit that you could possibly dream up. Do you understand each other?
Give me an intimidate roll. Or interrogation.
Interrogation, okay.
If you have it. I mean,
I'll use a karma on that.
Alright.
How many? All of them?
Reroll 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't compound it.
It's alright. He's sort of like he's like curling up in shame, and he's just sort of like half hysterical, half just hysterical crying, half just mumbling to himself. And you think you got the message across?
Okay. So
he's just sort of like he's like just nodding. He's like, yeah, man.
Dith will exchange a glance with Samson and Red to see if they think that this is enough, and he'll do I have like a eye picture camera thing, or no, that was D20 modern that I had then.
You might. Maybe not.
So long. Diff will snap a quick picture with his phone, just for proof for Tiffany.
Okay.
That we delivered, and then he'll shout up to the front that we need to find a place to dump this asshole. So pretty much any alleyway on the street or something, and she's got. She said love it. So like an alleyway or something that we can just like throw him out the back.
Okay. saying that for mostly Sig's benefit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so she'll be like, now's not the time, guys. We got a tail coming in hot, and we got to get out of here. We'll drop him off later. If we drop him off now,
Step
I mean,
on it, yeah.
all of a sudden Lone Star is going to be in like talking to him, you know, and he's in shock now, but like, yeah, or whoever's coming after us might not even be Lone Star. I don't know. Freaking UCAS.
Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, step on it.
Okay. Yep. So,
As place we can. Yeah.
and she'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not a man," and yeah, keep driving.
Okay. All right. So now, give me another drive check, Drew. Be
Let's see.
opposed by the pursuers.
Wondering if
There's a lot of them.
I guess now's not really a good time, but
What?
Smoke
Yeah.
up a little.
Oh boy.
get itchy.
Oh God. No.
Dave, what? It makes me a better driver. Well, she's got her hands full, so she can't really take time now.
Okay, gotcha.
Hang on a sec. Oh.
Are you rigging?
What?
Does the
Oh,
van
yeah.
got rigged, right?
Oh, is this our van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That got overhauled. Yeah.
So you can use your
Rigging?
yeah. And stuff
Right,
like
and
that.
that's. Oh, well. I think I am already.
You
Or
are.
no, let's see.
What's your drive skill? Or your car?
My car's 5.
Okay. So
But I was gonna consider using karma on that, which I think I will. So do we roll all of them again?
yes.
Come on, baby. Yes, thank God.
Okay, so you get one. Okay. They only need. Well, no, they're in like skyscraper, so they need. Their target number would also be 6. And there's 1, 2. Okay, so it's equal. So you know, you're weaving and dodging through downtown. Do you have any sort of end goal, or like which direction you're heading? Or yeah, I mean, just like a general direction, just so I know which way you're heading.
I don't know if we're treating this as like the driving checks. I'm looking at rigor and control. Like the VCR rating is deducted from the target number.
Target number, right?
Which would be 1. So I think my VCR is just a rating 1. So.
Oh, okay. Let me. All right, let me see what the check would be then. So terrain is restricted. UCR. Okay, so it would be 1, 2. It would still be 6.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah. Her target, I guess, is to get out of well, I mean, if the skyscrapers are providing cover, I mean, if they're, I guess, like a side street. I don't know. She's trying to make distance right now because they're getting really close, and that truck held her up. Instead of trying to hide, I feel like if we hide right now, we're gonna get found pretty quickly.
Probably.
So yeah, and she's trying to go towards, I guess, like last ditch, like in the direction of District 9. You know, last ditch.
Section 9.
Or Section 9. Yeah, District 9. So yeah, head that way, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. That's at least what she's doing right now. How far away would Section 9 be?
A bit, a while away. Maybe like,
Okay.
yeah, like an hour and a half or something.
So like she'll start heading that direction, but will not fully commit to that until.
Yeah, but just so just we have a direction.
Yep.
Okay, so yep, you're tearing through downtown. Skyscrapers are starting to thin out as you get out of the, downtown proper. But yeah, you're not able to shake these things. They're not on you yet. Like, they haven't identified you, but they're still, like, somehow they're still hounding you. What are you guys doing?
Are they in the rigging itself, or are they like cars that are following us? You said these things. Sorry.
Oh, like the helicopters and the supposed whatever those sirens are attached to, probably police cars or something. Yeah, I mean, and you're starting to even now like see some of them as you're like tearing across main streets and stuff. You're seeing them like maybe like down or disappearing behind a corner, but
It's not good when we see them.
Yeah,
It's not good. I thought total line of sight. Oh no.
Yeah, we should probably try to. I mean, if
they don't see you yet, but you can definitely sense the pursuit closing.
I mean, if we can just like even come to like within like 10 miles an hour and just literally push him out the back door, and then just peel out, because he may have something on him that.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, you might have like a chip embedded inside his skin somewhere.
So yeah, she'll go ahead and be like, okay, and like not screech to a stop, but she'll decelerate rather abruptly and yeah, try to just go, never actually stop, but try and go really.
Okay.
10 miles
Yes. So Dith will kind of point to Red to open the back, and Samson to kind of pull Queso up.
Oh, with
and
pleasure.
he won't have pulled like his pants back up, so he's got his pants around his knees and he doesn't have his shirt on.
He's got red satin underwear on. Just so you know.
And he'll kind of get close to him and say, "Remember what we agreed upon, Queso."
He just sort of like nods. He's like, "Yeah, no problem. What are you doing?"
This is your stop.
My what? No, God.
Yeah, then Dith will tell him to toss him out.
Okay, you toss him out, and he just goes like tumbling out. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess anything that we would have taken off of him that's still kind of lying around in the van, I would probably
Kick
just
it out.
kick it out, toss it out, whatever.
Okay. Wow, he's very good on his damage resistance test, and he's sort of like he rolls with the momentum. Doesn't smack his head on any fire hydrants or the curb. Yeah, he does all right. And yeah, you push all of his stuff out, and it just clatters on the road behind you. And he's just sort of like, he tries to get up for a moment and then just like collapses.
Yep, step on it, Sig. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, please.
Where is Samson at? Do we know? Did he contact?
He's
he's
with
with.
you.
He's in the back.
I know the limo. I know. I got lost for a second. Sorry.
It's that cram needs to roll.
Well, yeah, soon enough.
All right, so give me one last drive check, Sig.
Ooh, one last one, eh?
Well, we'll see if it's the last.
Maybe.
Oh, come on.
Karma.
I got one left. Okay, yeah, it's important. But for later. But for later, no. Oh, that's even worse.
Okay, then we get one. Okay, so let's see. So you notice some of the sounds of the sirens and the lights from the helicopter sort of like peel off, or at least a few of them. So the heat on you definitely feel like lessens. But suddenly you turn a corner and it's like a Lone Star SWAT van is like barreling down the street. Let's see. Roll. Already one. 7 is. Let's see. Yeah, they sort of flash their lights at you.
Okay, I mean they flashed it. Oh yeah, they want me to pull over and comply, and yeah, okay.
Probably.
Yep. Yep. I mean, she's gunning it. There's no stopping for the cops. I mean.
Okay. You gun it. Guess they're gonna gun it as well. Okay, yeah. Keep that drive checks going.
Oh yeah. That's why I gotta.
Yeah, it's
my
just
drive
one
check.
dude. Okay, so you get one.
Upgrade.
They get one. Okay, so you I mean, you're like taking the turn. They're like sort of follow, like they were flashing their lights following you, and all of a sudden you just gun it. They catch them kind of unawares, but all of a sudden their tires start screeching and they're tearing right back behind you. Their car is a little heavier, obviously, and beefier, so it's a little slower. And you're able to make some ground, but you're not able to lose them.
Yeah. She'll start to, let's see. Okay, because if they're a bit bulkier,
Yeah,
she's
definitely.
gonna start
It's like an
weaving.
armored SWAT van.
Okay, yeah, she'll start weaving as best she can in the van. I mean, our van isn't like nimble like her Jackrabbit, but like she'll start weaving, I guess, making a lot of like hard turns or like unanticipated turns.
Yeah.
Just to try to
break contact.
Dan Tiff will slip into the passenger seat, and try to start helping navigate if he can.
So Sig, you have like drive or your rigging pool, right?
Yeah. But
I mean, you can add those to checks, right?
Man, I just
Or control.
I just
Yeah.
like combat. Yeah,
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while too. Yeah, I just okay. Cool.
Wow.
That's a great. When would it refresh, or like how does that?
We'll say every 2 actions.
That's
it'll
right.
refresh.
Okay. Yep.
Pretty much
Very good. Very good.
just your average reaction.
All right. So you need me to keep going here?
Let's see. So you're trying to break contact. Are the guys in the back of the van? Are you guys doing anything? I mean,
Yes, I'm
I
going
assume
to slip
Sig's
into the passenger seat.
or you can see that you've got company.
Yeah, I'm going to slip into the passenger seat beside Sig and try to at least help if I can with navigating anything.
Okay.
If she's trying to get to like a highway and needs some back roads, I'll try to look it up on my phone and if I can help in any way. So.
Gotcha. The 2 enforcers. You guys do anything?
What do you say, Red, about maybe sniping for some tires? Might give us an advantage in getting out of here.
Maybe. I'm pretty hesitant about opening fire against a Lone Star vehicle.
I'm pretty hesitant about being acquired by the Lone Star vehicle.
Well, it is armored.
Yeah, and I mean, you'd
True.
assume they have their tires are at least run flat. It would still it would hamper them, but they're probably hardened in tires.
Hmm.
I don't know how much firepower you guys have on
Just
Keep one of my drones in the van. Set Lily loose.
Or like just as a road obstacle for them to like careen into.
Huh.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to. I would have to be in captain's chair mode, which means I would not be able to drive this car.
Sure.
you. Not unless it had remote control.
Yeah.
Okay, but you guys are, I mean, you gotta choose if you're gonna be bold or if you're gonna go hard or hang on.
Well, I guess if we are careening around, probably holding on might be the, if not the most prudent, the only choice.
yeah, sounds right to me.
Okay.
Is there any signage that we could take advantage of, like we did on the highway that one time where we tried to?
I mean that was in the Barrens and it was like in ill repair. Anything around downtown is gonna be
Pretty strong.
pretty structurally sound. You'd need like explosives to
Yeah,
bring it down.
Red. Get your plasteel explosives, right?
Yeah, let me rig that up real quick.
Just huck
Hop
out
on
a brick
around.
of.
Hey, you do well under pressure.
Okay, so this is the Sig show. Give me another drive check, Siggy.
All right, that'll help. Or will it? Oh yeah, I got one.
Got one. Damn, dude, it was a rough day for Sig. Oh, they get 0. So, Death jumps in the passenger seat and maybe sort of directs you off to a side street or something. Is like, hey, I know a guy who runs this great place down this street or something. He knows these places. You take a right, tires squeal, kicks up all the smoke, and the SWAT van tries to make the same turn, but just sort of like comes like, just the tires totally give out and it just sort of like skids sideways. It power slides or it oversteers just off onto the sidewalk, and you hear a crash, and it's sort of up on the sidewalk and it can't really pick up the pursuit again. And you guys tear off.
Thing.
Yeah, it explodes. You make another turn and you're out of sight. You guys look back out of the rear window and you can see like now the air above downtown is like a buzz. There's news choppers now sort of taking up around the police choppers, and everyone's sort of, yeah, you're just glad to be out of there.
Okay, all right.
Damn fine driving, Sig. Let's get back home.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to go to section 9 or our digs?
Probably section 9 is.
Who are we delivering this guy? Or no, we dropped him off, right?
Yeah,
we were doing
delivering
this
a message to him.
for the escorts, Tiffany, right?
Tiffany, yeah. Yep.
And then does that help us at all in figuring out?
Tiffany's gonna help. That's a favor for her, so that she's gonna help us with the reality hackers.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
Getting into their
Which in turns help us with
helping the Otaku, which in turn helps us get back against Brant, which helps me get my parents back, maybe, or they're probably dead already. I don't know.
Don't forget about good old Frank Rafter.
Frank Rafter, yeah, we got to go to the ecology and try to get the spider bot back out, which may have video footage on it. And then the guys at the Church of the Burning Tree or whatever, who knows? I know it burnt down, but maybe Brian's still alive.
We'll be back.
I thought we killed Brian. We made sure to kill Brian. He's a terrible
Man,
person.
the Miranese knot has got nothing on this. All right. So yeah, you guys tear out, keeping a wary eye behind you. Nothing shows up. Eventually, you pull into the the unused quote unquote sort of industrial complex or sort of office and complex that serves as the front to section 9, and descend to the lower areas through the garage ramp in the parking lot. And yeah, you're back there. All cozy.
Jesus.
A lot of blood in the back of the van, but you know.
Sorry, Sig.
Nah.
I want to look at getting a new license plate too.
Yeah.
We need one of those things from the 007 where it like rotates.
Flips.
Oh.
Or just have one made out of like, I don't know what that would be, like memory metal or something that you can change your electrical impulses or something. Be sick.
Mercury license plate.
Oh,
They probably
yeah,
have it.
it's the future after all. All right. Yeah. Everyone. The place is running on. Most of the lights are off. Nobody's around.
Yeah. It's good to be back. All right. So yeah, she'll park it. What is it now? Like 4? Or so in the
Yeah,
morning?
probably by the time you get back.
Cool. She'll fill it up real quick, or like recharge it, or
Mhm.
yeah. We've God damn it. She can't stand having a messy car, so she'll get a hose and start spraying out the back.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Plus the blood would dry anyway and be really annoying.
Yeah.
But she's like pretty tired.
Yeah. So you grab a hose, start cleaning out the back. The rest of you guys leave the cleanup to Sig, or?
Yeah,
No, Dith will help too. Yeah, he's the one who caused it.
Okay.
And he'll, if there's like any sort of TV in the garage, if not, he'll just on his phone turn on like a news, either like a radio news or like some kind of television news, and try to listen to see what people are saying about the ordeal and what's happening. So.
Okay. Yeah, there's a breaking Newsnet story about the lieutenant governor's son has been found mutilated on a side road in a smaller or in an off section of downtown. Police are declining any interview. Any information about the ongoing investigation is being withheld at this time. And you also hear there's also no response to the allegations that this is in some way tied to the TRID scandal that was released earlier this week of a supposed image of illicit activities concerning the lieutenant governor's son. But the governor's office has declined any comment.
This is tradition.
There's a quote from the lieutenant governor saying that swift justice will be met out to the people who attacked his son.
Oh, come on. He said he wouldn't retribution.
Nope.
But he promised.
Oh, you didn't pinky swear with him.
Ah, god damn. Alright, we gotta go pick him up again.
We did cut off his pinky. That's right. I forgot.
Maybe we should have.
There's still time.
That's sort of that's the news story.
Okay.
So were we bluffing when you said Dith, that if he does pursue retribution or date anyone else, that we're gonna come kill him right away?
No, we weren't bluffing.
Alright. Let's saddle up.
But we don't know if he's even had time to talk with his
Right.
father or anything, so.
At least we'll finish cleaning out the van and say we'll be like, guys, I'm real tired. I'm sure you guys are too. It's okay.
Yeah, Dith will, before he kind of washes up and checks in for the night, he'll send a text to Tiffany. Just say, but was it Saturday? Is today Saturday? Friday.
I totally forget.
Thursday.
It's Friday. Wait. I have a calendar for this. It is Friday morning.
Okay. I would just say, I hope you had a wonderful Thursday evening. There may be there's some news you may enjoy when you wake up this morning. And that'll be it.
Okay. You get a winky face back.
Winky.
You just get a response that says, we'll talk soon.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, then that's gonna clean up and go to bed, probably.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you guys hit the hay and wake up the next morning at whatever appropriate times.
Yep, yeah, Diff will get up, like 9-ish or so, and head down to the dining area and start eating something, wait for other guys to get moving.
Okay. Okay. It makes perfect sense. Okay. Yeah, I mean, eventually all of you, I assume, gather at some point in the mess hall.
So, nice, excellent job by all involved last night. It's not the typical sort of thing that we do, but you guys handled it, as always, like professionals, so I appreciate that.
But the game ball goes to ethereal. Let's be real. We really worked hard this last game, fellas. We brought it back, and yeah, let's give it up for Diff for carving Rafus into a guy's chest. Come on, yeah.
So play the game. Let's be on highlight.
We're gonna ride this out for the rest of the season, fellas.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess at some point, after maybe early afternoon, you get a text from Tiffany saying to meet back at Penumbra.
Okay.
No place. Same
This
table.
evening?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I do wonder if we'll just kind of check the news again to see if there's any different war highlights from today. Specifically, if they're talking about what the description of the people look like. So we all had masks on, but physically, it's pretty.
Yeah, I'll kind of search the net too.
Yeah.
Some more stuff.
You see, there's some news reports about the incident last night and like the hubbub that's being created about it. They're saying like Queso's in stable condition at Seattle Regional Hospital in downtown. He's getting the best of care, and also the lieutenant governor is declining to. Everyone's pretty much declining to comment on the case. There are a few like eyewitness accounts. You notice the what's it called? The delivery guy, or there's a delivery driver for one of the periodicals in Seattle is claiming to have identified a suspicious van that rammed his vehicle that morning. Presumably in some sort of getaway. Police are investigating that as a possible connection. What else? And you also see forensic analysts are spending quite a close attention to this odd video that has appeared on the net concerning that's allegedly concerns the lieutenant governor's son Queso. And yeah, people are looking at that more acutely now.
Is the video the thing that Tiffany showed us?
Mm-hmm.
The Simpsons thing.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll gauge interest of everyone if they feel up to going to Penumbra with me. Doesn't sound like they've, or at least publicly said to look out for like a giant orc and a huge cybernetic buff dude and a dwarf. But I understand if you'd rather show caution in that way.
Lay low for a little bit.
Right, like I mean, I can go, like you and I can go, Samson.
Yeah, Red will probably just hang back and I don't know, I'll keep myself busy.
As you always do. Yes, Sig, what about you? Did you want to go to Penumbra with us, or did you want to lay low? Sammy and I are probably going to go tonight to meet up with Tiffany.
Okay, yeah, sorry. What time?
Later
Like 8
that
o'clock
evening.
or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, she's sleeping in late. She's gonna work on the car and fix it up and get like the plate changed and all
Yeah.
that. But she would be down accompanying you guys later if if you need me or like if it's
Yeah,
worthwhile.
because it's not essential, I would say.
Okay.
And it may, if anything, I mean, I don't know if the delivery driver
Yeah, that's
noted
true.
that it was a female dwarf driving or something, or
Or
you
the
may just
SWAT
wanna-
van,
Right,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, she'll let the heat die down and take time working on the van.
Okay. Yeah, and Santon and I can just take my car tonight.
Okay, cool. Killer.
Or we could just take the van too. Yeah, busted off mirror and
Yeah.
plates that are wanted in 10 counties.
Bloodstained. What good van isn't a little bloodstained?
It's true.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just skip time to that. Sig, it'll probably maybe cost you like 500 new yen to get all the. I mean, you can do all the labor yourself, but getting all the stuff to buff out the scratches and scrapes and repair the mirror.
500 new yen. Oh yeah, will do.
Okay. Yeah, and Samson and Dith head to Penumbra. You get there and yeah, you see the same table reserved for you and Tiffany. You guys are there earlier though, or you guys are apparently there the first there. You show up.
Okay. When we came last time, were they already waiting for us?
I don't think so. I think she like got there and
Okay.
her and her friends.
Yeah,
slid in next to
Diff
you.
will just kind of take a casual look around the place to see if he notices anything that looks out of sorts or whatever. But
No. I mean, everyone keeps to themselves in Club Penumbra. That's the name of the game in this bar.
okay.
You know, lights are dim, music's low, or music's a little higher than it should be to mask any conversations that don't want to be overheard.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So Diff will lead the way over to the booth. And,
Okay.
yep. Sit down.
Yep. You sit over. Do you guys get some drinks?
Yeah. Get a couple cocktails.
Nice. All right. Yeah. You sip those for a while until maybe 10-15 minutes pass, and Tiffany comes back in, flanked with her two compatriots you saw before. You recognize as what are they called?
Cleopatra.
Yeah, Stephanie and Cleopatra. All right. Yeah, she takes a seat, and she's got. You never seen her really smile, but she's got a little smirk on her face as she sits down across from you guys.
Yep. Yeah. Diff will stand as they go to sit and sit down along with them. Quite a weekend, huh?
Indeed. My friends at the hospital say Mr. Queso has a new tattoo. I don't know if I should call it that on his chest.
Huh, interesting, yeah.
I believe I have
Little,
you to thank for that.
A little memento.
So he says, with this recent incident, people are taking a little closer look at the evidence we released a while ago.
Yeah, I noticed. Seems like the Matrix is abuzz with chatter about that video and his connection to it now. So,
I have connections with many of the news outlets in the city. I don't think they'll be dropping this story anytime soon. If not in a court of law, in the court of public opinion, he's finished, as is his father.
Excellent, good to hear. Yep, we just hope that further retribution is not visited upon us.
Well, I assume you took the proper precautions?
We did indeed, yes.
I'd still be careful, though. His father is not a man to forgive any slight to his family.
Yes, yeah, we're trying to exercise as much caution as we can. But I suppose there's not much you can do when you're trying to send a message to the son of a lieutenant governor, so...
Well, as long as it worked. How much did we agree on for the hazard pay, if you will?
I believe it was 100,000 per head.
She nods, sounds about right. She nods over to one of her girls, and she pulls out or she like puts her purse on the table and sort of slides it over to you guys.
It's been it's been a hell of a few days getting this together, and I've seen some shit that I didn't think I would be engaging in. Perhaps you ladies would let us enjoy your company, have a few drinks, and just
Should have totally come out.
hang about for a moment. No, I'm not propositioning for. Well, I mean, yeah, if stuff happens.
How can it not? Sampton, what do you just stoic through this whole thing?
Oh yeah, of course. He always enjoys watching Dick work, especially firsthand.
Okay. Give me what's it called? A negotiate. Or what would it be? I think so. Charisma. No, etiquette for sure. Just
Corporate.
what? I guess it would be etiquette. Yeah, it would be corporate because that's sort of these people's clientele and sort of the way they run their business. So lay it on them. Okay. Stephanie and Cleo seem a little more entranced, but Tiffany sort of pushes away from the table and stands up and says, "Well, I'll leave you in the capable hands of my associates here, but I fear I must be back to work. A lot of things to do in the aftermath here."
Indeed. Well, yeah, we'll be in touch about other activities moving forward.
Indeed. You have my word that I will see that you and your friends have a suitable cover story and entrance to the next gathering of the reality hackers.
Thank you kindly. We appreciate that.
From what I hear, it's next weekend.
Oh. Well, much planning to do indeed.
Yeah. Dress appropriately. And she sort of blows you a kiss, Tiff, as she walks away.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, definitely catch it.
Smooth. Okay. Do you want to play out the rest of the night? Or
No,
should
we'll
we
just hang out with these
Okay.
two fine ladies for a while, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you sort of, I guess, Sampton plays wingman to your suave, debonair self. And yeah, you show him a nice night on the town, I guess.
Alright, yeah, yep.
Alright.
He'll take him out to a few different clubs and yep. Drop him off before curfew and
You walk into club, or you walk into Dante's Inferno and
Dante's
everybody gets shot.
Queso's there, struck up.
Hey, we're back.
First round's on me.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll head back to these guys afterwards. District, or Section 9.
Fuck it, why don't we just call it a district job? It's got prawns and Vicus.
I forget what they're called.
Vicus Fendon murder or something. Yeah. I guess you come back and you deliver the payment to your
Yes,
friends.
has agreed 1,000 new yen for each of you. No, yeah,
Thanks.
he'll hand.
That's a 99% cut. Sounds about right.
Yeah, he'll hand out the goods to everyone involved.
Alright, yeah. Each of them is a registered cred stick.
Or how do you like
Aw.
Yeah, and he'll remind each of these guys about the reality hackers party, which apparently is next weekend. So we've got some stuff to get in the works, and if we need to pick up any sort of equipment for it. So
Maybe
let's-
ask around, see what how exactly these guys party.
Indeed, yeah. Gonna have to remember this stuff.
You did find that nasty sub-basement entrance. through
Right,
the
we
pipes.
went in there, which is great. We got naked and walked through the sub basement. I think that was Sig and I, wasn't it?
Yep. The
Good
small
times, Sig. Good times. So yeah, so our plan was that we were gonna get into the party by having essentially like an escort service with us that was gonna set up its own little room for its activities and such. Right? Do people remember? I remember we kind of hashed it out, but
I mean, that can be arranged.
let me see if.
We'll look through my notes real quick, see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hash through.
Scroll.
Because essentially, so the reason we need to get in is to get the cipher codes, right?
For their mainframe.
And so we have to do it discreetly, because if they find out that their
They'll change it.
cipher codes are right, if we just straight up jack them, then and we determined that we couldn't really get in through that sub basement because it pretty much just opens up into the main dance floor of the place, and
Yeah, I mean, the place
big
seemed...
grates.
Yeah, it was an old warehouse, so it's pretty open flooring. Not many places to hide or sneak
Yeah.
ways in.
I think we also kind of drew the assumption that the important stuff would be higher up in the facility, we thought, because the basement was just crap. It was nothing.
Yeah, not very waterproof.
And so to get in under the guise of like running a little, little escort room or whatever, we would at least have entrance into the place and also like a room to like kind of sneak out of potentially and try to infiltrate or something. I forget what.
I don't know if they buy that they sent 6 people to watch over this thing.
Or no, I think only a few of us were going to be in the club itself. I thought
I mean, I've tried
something else was.
with transportation.
I'm trying to think.
see.
Or was it just so that Red could get into the place, like Red and I or something, so that he could try to
Yeah.
get to some place that he could hook up to, and
Mm-hmm. And then people would be waiting. I don't know. Could we pose as like, or those that I don't know are accompanying? Because it sort of seems.
I mean, they could probably get you all in, just not as like these supposed bodyguards for the route. Like they could get you in just through their clout and their sort of social influence. They could be like, you know, Tiffany sent us over, and like, you know, these guys are with us. We're here to,
Yeah.
you know, check them out, and like maybe even get you a meeting with someone higher up in the reality hackers or something.
Well, that would come with the territory, probably the VIP digs. And I think it's wise that we at least have someone on the outside. I mean, Sig's not the best at conversation anyway, but I can wait with the vehicle. I mean, I can come in too if we're going to be doing some rigging inside.
Were we talking about trying to retrieve your spider bot before this happened? And you using it during it, or?
The spider bot would be useful. So, yeah, to explore. Oh yeah, yeah.
You could kind of keep an eye, like, yeah, kind of scout out.
I mean, it's stuck at the arc.
Right. Remember, we got this signal enhancer thing or whatever.
Yeah, I got this amplifier. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, to try and find it, but
should try to reconnect with it, then like navigate it back outside of.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do that.
So that we could, for twofolds. I think we were going to try to use it for this, but also to see if it had any recorded footage from that day in the archaeology that we were there.
Just a lot of pipes with shit in them. Yeah, no, who knows? So yeah, she'll. I guess the best way to do that would be to the signal amplifier. Let's see how much that projects. We probably need to pull up, you know, outside the arc, which shouldn't be too bad. Although we are, in the way, you know, associated with it, even if not a lot of people know that. Maybe they do. I mean, there's video evidence. You know, in town, we're running around like fighting for our lives. So maybe it would be wise even to like disguise ourselves if we're going near the arc. Like, you never know if the wrong person looks at you. Even, nothing over the top, but just a little.
Just put a flower logo on the van and something. We'll be delivery guys.
Box the van. Let's see if I can.
I mean, you know that the area around the Ark is sort of reverted back to how it was during the first shutdown. Like it's almost a militarized zone at this point. Yeah, and not much traffic is allowed in and or around it.
I'm wondering what the. Sorry, I'm gonna look up the signal amplifier here and how much that helps.
I think it adds its rating to the flux rating of whatever you attach it to. So what rating did you get it at?
And explore. I got it at 6.
6. Okay, so remote control decks have a base of 2, so that would give it effective 8, which would be 20 kilometers. But obviously, like I said before, the arc sort of construction and makeup affect that, so it would probably be cut in half, so you'd have to be somewhere within 6 kilometers, which is pretty good. That would allow you to be a little further away. Obviously, you would have to perhaps move around a little bit to triangulate where this thing has gone in the interim. Like, last time you left it, it was in a sewage pipe, so who knows where it's been flushed to. But you wouldn't have to be right up against the arc.
Yeah, if somebody, I guess, was driving the van around, or the car or whatever it would take, she could have a remote control deck and her signal amplifier and try and, like, if we just make a loop around it, see if it's possible to connect. You know, make
Right.
a checkpoint. Or all the checkpoints, the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to, I guess, we could do that tonight? Or no, we slept again. Right? So it's Saturday now?
No. Well, I guess. I mean, I think
like
you're having this
talking about-
conversation Friday night. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I mean, we can even go out Saturday during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of casually in the rest of traffic. Just kind of, make a loop around that area. And, see if you can pick anything up on your break.
What's the name of the Reality Hackers Club again?
I forget.
I don't know. Does it have a name?
I don't know if we ever named, if that is a name. It's just that they throw a party. They still throw crazy parties at their base.
Oh, it's at their base.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have like a name. It's not a club. It's just.
Okay, so
Or if it
Yeah,
does,
so-
you don't know what it's called.
right, yeah.
Okay.
The lingo.
Yeah, so let's head out in the morning, Sig, and see if we can get a signal at all.
Sounds good. So nothing else really. She's still waiting for a call back from Ranger Jim, but
About
any-
what?
any leads he might have to the Reality Hackers. She had called to him back last Sunday, so almost a week ago.
And those are. And what did you have him try to find?
Ranger Jim, I wanted him to look for leads in the Reality Hackers, for example, their base name or anything about their just like a further maybe
Just
like their
about
cyber
information about.
or connection.
Okay.
But anyway,
Yeah.
she's not gonna call back yet, because we're already making progress.
Yeah.
Anyway, otherwise I was just trying to think about other things, but she'll just get it done eventually. Stay up playing cards with Red or something.
Gotcha. Okay. It's a good game. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if you don't have anything else to accomplish, you can go on to the next day or however far you guys want to go.
Yeah, Sig and I will head out the next morning.
Okay. Just you two in the van.
Probably take the car. Probably just take my car.
And
And probably just keep the van
she's got it
on
in
the
good
down low for a little while.
good shape, waiting for the new plate to. Actually, I mean, I don't know if we need a fixer for that or not, but included in the 500 like she did.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably need more context than that to get an actual, like a license plate that actually also corresponds to something in the Department of Transportation databases would, that would run you pretty expensive.
Yeah. All right. Well, she'll talk to Diff about that on the way to the Ark. Just be like, hey, Diff, we probably need a new plate or something. Just based on that SWAT van, you know, they're always jabbering on their radios and their transceivers and whatnot. So,
Yeah, I'll talk to my guy, see what I can do. Hey, just remind me when we get done with this, to give KJ a call.
Alright, that sounds good.
Got a guy who's an expert on
Commercial
plates.
license plate.
So then we'll just do kind of Diff is driving, I suppose, and I'm on my remote back, and we'll just do kind of a loop around.
Okay, I mean, you do know that they would be able to identify your signal, so you have to be quick about this.
Interessante. Let me see. Did I get ECCM on that shit? Yeah. Oh, encryption. Oh man, yeah. Totally should have bought broadcast encryption. Hey, also, can you have KJ? I needed to get another signal receiver.
Oh man.
All right. Well, yeah. She'll try to be inconspicuous and like flick it on and off, or like send the signal on and off. Try and do it in shorter bursts.
Okay.
At least initially, and see if lucky with any hits.
Okay, that'll make it harder to find, but yeah, it'll make you also harder to find. Okay. So
I don't know if... Yeah, we're good.
all right. Okay, give me a roll equal to... Does your remote control deck have a rating?
Yes.
It does. Okay.
Remote control deck, yeah.
Okay.
Six.
What's up?
Sorry, real quick. Does the jammer just scramble broadcast signals? Or
It jams everything.
Considered broadcast signals?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all radio waves.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a 6 rating.
Proceed.
Okay. Why don't you roll that up for me, plus any electronic warfare skill.
Oh, jam, that's fun.
Yeah.
What's there?
And I'll roll to see if they... So I think because you're doing it intermittently, yeah, the chance you'll find it, and then even if the chance it's in range. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me see.
Damn.
Okay. All right, so you do not detect it. We'll say you start around sort of the southern edge of the old arcology building, or at the southern field. Like you're a decent a ways away from it. You can still see the occasional military vehicle rolling by, but you don't have to navigate any roadblocks, or you're not in any restricted zone. So let's see if they notice you. And you said the rating of your thing is 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucky. I mean, obviously, I should have rolled that in secret because you don't know. But
You're still in D&D mode.
yeah, I mean, I like rolling as much as I can out front.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff.
I definitely appreciate that about your style.
Okay, so you don't detect it. Which way do you head?
I guess
Getting on the western side is going to be difficult because it was near the bay. But
We'll go up the east side first.
east side. All right. Okay, so okay. Give me another roll, Sig. Very nice.
17, you know. I'll take it.
Okay. You pick up a weak return signal from something. Let's see.
Oh, Death, I've got something.
Okay, yep, you're definitely getting a return signal. You're not quite able to identify it, but it's sort of has the headers and readers as if it's, it's not a false reading, it's not something else responding to your signals, it's definitely something you've once had listed on this, on the data list on your RCD.
You said it's a weak signal?
Yeah, definitely. It's sending like distress signal. It's like battery low, like please, immediate retrieval, immediate retrieval.
Well, let's see.
So if you just kept your thing on, could you communicate with it, or?
The range. Can I? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, you're communicating with it right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if there's any way to,
I assume it had like automated programs of navigation or something.
yeah, try and identify its location. Maybe tap into its, or this is like a coarse GPS. Want to make it a little more fine. Without, I mean, asking it to move would minimize battery efficiency, but I guess tapping into its navigation systems, trying to figure out its current location might be a tidbit less taxing on it.
Okay. What would that roll be?
Let's see. I mean, it's through my remote control deck.
Yeah.
Not electronics warfare. I don't think.
Give me int. Int check.
An in check. Got it.
Yeah. See if you can have this thing locate or get it close on its transponder. Okay. Yeah. You can definitely tell it's closer to the east side. That's why you're able to get its signal. And it also seems like it's far lower than the, what was it, the 100 and, what was the floor number you got to?
18.
Oh yeah, it was it's much lower than the 18th floor where you last saw it.
Is it below ground? Or
it's hard to tell, but it's definitely around ground level. Yeah, you're not able to see any sort of diagnostic or like have it. It's the picture's not clear enough to have any sort of visual or any sort of data like that returned from it. But you're still able to command it.
This is our chance, dude. I mean, if the battery's low, it's like now or never to get this thing out. So.
Yep. Social. Command it to return. Or yeah. I mean, if I can't get an actual image where it's at, she'll ask it to get closer, like automate, or she'll command it to get closer and just take like the easiest path until the signal gets stronger and she can actually yeah, control it.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Roll your what's it called? Your remote control deck rating.
Is there associated with anything?
No, it's just the target number will be 5.
Alright.
Okay, you get 2. You can all of a sudden a burst of static squeaks over the remote control deck, and you're like, you wince a little bit as it like the headphones just go a high pitched frequency, but you're able to sort out the noise. But you can definitely tell something just tried to jam you.
Oh god.
Or even tried to ping you, perhaps.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. like, is ECCM just like the flux rating? Is that just or electronic countermeasure?
Yeah, ECM is what you use to jam signals. ECCM is what you use to counter
Evade.
that. Yeah,
And
it's to clean up the signal.
Is that passive? Like, is that the check they're making against me, or can I actually use ECCM to like?
Yeah, if you have ECCM, you can
get away?
you can activate that and use that too.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
So you switch that on. That does. That does cut down your. What's it called? Your range that you're able to transmit.
Ooh, interessante. Yeah, that makes sense though.
Mhm.
So let's see here.
And if you flick it on, you're you notice immediately that the ping you're getting from your drone drops out.
Oh man. Damn
So
it.
if you I mean you have a few options. You can either use the ECCM and try and get closer, or you cannot use the ECCM and stay where you are.
Getting closer would involve Dith driving into restricted areas.
Yeah. A little more chance of getting caught.
Cheryl, in not so eloquent terms, explained to Dith, "Hey, I'm getting an okay signal from the bot, but I need to get I'm getting pinged right now. So we either need to get closer, or we're gonna be kind of loose in our transmissions."
All right. Yeah, Dith will try to find the next kind of like entrance that gets, or the side street that goes a little closer to the archaeology.
Attaboy.
All right, give me a drive check. See if you can stay hidden.
Dith, this is why I keep you around.
Drive check.
And
What is-
you're basically your skill with the vehicle, so it would be car skill if you have it.
Right, but didn't we decide that you could also default? Because
Yeah, I mean you can default to
your
reaction,
quickness or reaction, right? Okay.
but
yeah.
the what's it called? The target number goes up by 4.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's. Wait, it's yeah. I think that would be probably 8 would be the target number.
Got this shit. You got all your karma. You're fine.
Alright, wait for it. There it is.
All right, and the passing patrols. Let's see if they notice you. Come on, roll 20. Ooh, nope. Okay, yeah. So you sort of take a turn. You see a sort of delivery or like a half track pulling out, going the other way. Doesn't notice you, and you slip down an alleyway, and just sort of creep closer and closer to the archaeology. And finally, Foos, you reacquire the signal from the drone after about a few blocks.
And I'm still on my ECCM, which is great news.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. My ECCM 6, by the way.
Okay, cool. So whenever I make an ECM check against you, you add that rating to the device rating for combating ECM for
Which
future
my
reference.
remote deck?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so
I think
she'll
that's
try
how it
to
works.
further. She'll try to command the spider bot to find its way back to the commander.
Okay. One sec. Yeah, we'll just say that's how it works. Okay. So you command it to sort of make its way over to you. Make a check for the drone, the navigate check, using its pilot rating, which would be, I'm guessing for a simple drone like this, it would probably be around like 2.
Alright.
You can use control pool for this if you like.
Oh, perfect.
Sort of assist its subroutines.
And
give it
we're
a little bit
doing
more.
it every 2 turns or for control pool refresher?
Yeah,
Okay.
every 2 actions.
Every 2 actions. Okay. Well, just
Yeah, roll the 6. Just roll another d6 to add to that one. Okay, 9. 5, 5, 5, 9, 5. Okay. Wow, is that your whole control pool?
it's 2 left.
You have 8 control pool? Nice. Damn. Okay, so yeah, it starts pinging back to you. It's like, you can tell it's going through like a maze of pipes. And it's like trying to get to you, but it like constantly has to like make right turns and like, but slowly but surely it continues heading towards you. All of a sudden another burst transmission comes out, screeching in your thing. So make another check to resist the ECM. So it got 2 successes.
So that I add that to my deck.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you got 1. Do you want to use Karma?
Yeah. Karma sounds great. Is that 11?
Yep.
Hodge.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
3.
a 20.
All right, so with a little bit of fine tuning at the last second, you managed to wash out their signal and regain control. You can definitely tell that was tougher than last time. They're definitely getting a closer beat on your signal and trying to cancel it out.
It's been
Yeah, but eventually you get a ping from your drone that says, it sends you a little data packet. It's like the closest, or the only, based on current predictions, the only way to return to your current position is this, and it's like this circuitous round of like pipes, and then you see it's like it's going to end up in the bay.
Oh.
At some point through some sort of refuse pipe or something.
Will that cause it to, like, is it water resistant?
Yeah, it's made to go in a lot of
I guess it's in
dirty
it's
places.
fucking pipes right now.
It's probably not going to smell too good, but it'll
Yeah.
Yeah, can you send it on that mission and then disconnect the signal?
Yeah.
And then we can go get my boat.
Does it give me an accurate? Yeah, right. I should already have one. Does it give me an accurate understanding of like time and place?
Based on its best guess, it'll take it an hour, which is just within its remaining power.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
I trust you, Spidey Butt.
Yeah, send it on that prerogative and then disconnect and we'll get out of here.
Where it would exit? You know what I mean? Like what?
yeah,
Like,
it's somewhere.
It's
It's somewhere near the docks, just west of the arcology.
Okay. So yeah, she'll go ahead and disconnect once she receives that packet and instruct Diff on the location of and the time. Like, yeah, the spider bot is gonna get flushed out of the arc within about
Literally.
So, yeah. And it's gonna be at the west docks or the docks west of the arc. So we pull over there. I don't know, maybe.
Well, we could even go get. I have a boat, so we could get a boat.
Oh, great! Yeah, let's use your boat. I thought that went away when your house port closed up north here, your old rich mansion.
Yeah, whatever happened to Jeeves?
He's about. I call him up on Fridays sometimes for a little booty call, but you know.
He works for a guy named Queso now.
Jeez.
Okay. So yeah, you disconnect. Dith, give me another drive check to
Okay.
get out of here. It's no successes, alright. Oh, today... Oh, no. Nope. Okay. So you each got 0. So I guess it doesn't matter. So yeah, you pull out of there and sort of snake your way out of the sort of secured, locked down few blocks around the arcology without too much trouble, narrowly avoiding a few government vehicles.
Not bad driving, dude.
Yeah, I guess you have your boat on some downtown dock.
I don't know where he would keep it, but I don't know. The last time we used it was to get to the orb.
I mean, your high lifestyle. I mean, you'd probably keep it around there, right? Luxury lifestyle.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably downtown.
Waterfront property.
I mean, you know, like the area around the bay near the arcology is pretty hot. You know, just as hot as the surrounding few city blocks. You know,
Right.
Patrols and stuff.
Pick up a few fishing poles and go on out there, Sig, and try to act oblivious.
I'm down.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, let's we want to get this thing back.
Yeah.
It's gonna wait too long. It's just gonna get washed away somewhere. So.
Yeah. I'm totally down. Is there good conditions on the water today?
Yeah, you know, it's cold as hell, but you know, not too many people out fishing. But
yeah.
All right, yeah. So we'll make a pit stop real quick at a fishing store that we find, or just kind of a general store in general. The Stuffer Shack may have fishing rods for all we know. But
totally. It's got collapsible poles and
yes, we'll get some of those light vests. Yeah.
Okay. They've actually got these like they're just like little necklaces that you put on, and then if you hit the water, they just automatically inflate. It's pretty cool stuff.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. In the year 2061. So yeah, you get some gear to look the part, maybe a safari hat or something, and head out to the docks.
Yeah, with like a bunch of hooks and yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and you get in your boat. You look down towards the arcology, and you see a few, UCAS, Navy boats patrolling. Nothing too strict, but they're definitely watching.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up binoculars at the Stuffer Shack as well.
Sure.
So why don't we'll push off and find a distance that's kind of out of the range of where the UCAS patrols are going, and just start to kind of anchor there and start fishing for a little while. And Dith will kind of, when we get towards close to that hour mark that the robot predicted or kind of estimated, Dith will start kind of trying to keep an eye on the the drainage pipe coming out of the. Is it? I assume it's visible, or is it underwater?
I mean, give me a perception check. There's plenty that are visible and probably plenty that are not.
Oh, can I do it too?
Yeah, sure. Okay, Sig, you're not able to see or put together which exact one it's coming from. You just know the general area. I mean, you look again at the sort of the navigational map it drew for you, and even that, that's in like drone speak, so that's hard to parse together. But you can narrow it down. you narrow it down to a section of the bay right outside of the arcology.
I guess I also mentioned to Dith that even though like 1 hour is what it estimated, there could be a fluctuation in either direction, early or late. So we should probably, Sig will be paying it, like trying to, I don't know, like currently the drains that we do see, are they like continuously pouring out stuff, or is it in waves, or is it just kind of
There's all
different for
kinds.
each? Yeah.
There's like some that look like storm drains that are just like dumping water that's coming out from the recent rain. There's some that look like they're just sub-base sub stuff.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess we should keep an eye on them.
Yeah, so Death will just kind of lean back in his seat and kind of pull the binoculars up and just kind of keep an eye out that way. And he'll kind of cast every now and then just to make it look like he's still fishing. But
Yeah.
Okay.
look for a glint of silver in the sun or something.
What if we actually catch?
you catch something.
Oh, nice.
Wait, which one of us?
Dith.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, Death will kind of shove the binoculars into Sig's chest and tell her to keep her eyes open. And he'll try to reel this thing in.
Yeah.
He will.
You know that most of the game or the fish in this bay are not fit to eat. Several decades of questionable, megacorp pollution policies. But it's a big three-eyed perch.
Yeah, he'll make a show of catching it though, just in case if any of the patrols are kind of monitoring them to make it look like they're actually fishing. So.
Okay, so the clock ticks by. It took you a little while to drive to the stuffer's shack and thing, so you're thinking like maybe 25-30 minutes. You hopefully should see something. Time ticks by. You guys are scanning the thing with your binoculars, and all of a sudden, Sig, you see out of one of the sort of pipes, it's almost at water level, like half submerged, half not. You see like at this thing, you see a leg of your drone poking out between the bars, but it looks like it's stuck.
Ah, god damn it!
And then all of a sudden it goes still.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, got it. All right. Well, she'll point that out to Dith and be like, "Hey, I see the bot. It's hanging out of that drain." And then I guess, battery's dead. So if you can pull up and snag it, maybe pretend like I caught something and like.
It pulled you all the way.
So yeah. Hey, you don't know what's in here, radioactive crazy shark, like, yeah.
Shark octopus. Yeah. Wait, so I think it's stuck. It's literally stuck between the grates, like it can't fit through the grate bars.
Right.
Does that seem to be what's at? Okay.
At least
So
for
it's not
now.
like we can just pull up and like pull it through. Like we'd have to cut.
Well,
Does that seem to be the case when we look at it, Alan? That it can't physically squeeze through the bars.
It definitely looked like it got caught up.
Okay.
Whether or
Might
not
be
it
able to.
couldn't. Yeah, I mean it only had a few moments of struggling and then seemed to power down. I mean, also if Sig got close enough, he could probably take a few legs off of it and maybe it'll fit through or something.
and reconstruct it later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a easy fix. I think we basically need a reason to like maybe. I mean, yeah, I don't know if these patrols are out and about. Maybe kind of wait until they're further away or not as interested in us. I mean, if they're
Yes.
find
Yeah.
a.
Sorry. Yeah, so what's the nature of the patrols? Are they just like sitting there, or do they...
No, I mean there's a boats that come by every now and again. There's definitely you see some walking patrols up on near the archaeology, walking along the water's edge and stuff, or not the water's edge, but the dock's edge, keeping an eye out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one thing is now that it's probably not going anywhere. It's gonna just sit there. So we could try to come back tonight and retrieve it.
That's true. Although
I wonder if cover of dark will help at all. But
it might, but it'd also be more conspicuous. Like, why would we be out at that time?
That's true.
I mean,
True.
the fishing guys has kind of worked really well. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. We can. I say we try to play along with it. See how close we can get.
Yeah.
If we get, yeah, if one of the guards up top or a patrol comes by, we can just say that we thought the fishing would be really great down, under the shade. They tend to congregate under the shade of.
Yeah, and there's a lot of food. You know, they love eating the stuff that comes out of these drains sometimes. So it's good.
And we like eating them.
Well, we're not. It's for sport. It's for sport.
Indeed.
We're just a couple sportsmen out.
Oh, okay. Just a couple dudes just fishing in the bay, man. All right. So you sort of put on the engine and putts over to the.
Yeah, so we're gonna wait for. You're gonna try to time it between the patrols that come by. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. One of the boats sort of disappears around a bend in one of the piers, and you see the foot patrols up at the top don't appear to be paying too much attention to what's going on in the water. So you head over slowly there. Let's see if they. We'll say you guys, because they're from the land. We'll say it's a 6. Ooh. Okay, so you head over, and eventually you sort of shut off the engine and coast closer to the edge of the pier. Yeah.
And I guess Sig's gonna work on loosening it. Whether.
Okay. Maybe you take one of the.
She's got
like poles from one of the. There's got to be a pole somewhere on a ship, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have fishing poles too, so.
Right, but I mean, those are kind of flimsy. Like.
Well, let's try and like hook onto it. No. Yeah. Yeah, I should take a pole and try and like jiggle it loose.
Okay. Give me a quickness test. While Sig's doing this, suddenly you hear a shout from above, and it looks like a 2-man patrol up top. They're sort of like waving. They're like, "What? Hey, you're not allowed to be here. What are you doing?"
This will kind of like look around a little cluelessly, and finally kind of like notice them up top, and he'll kind of a wide like smile will come on it, like a kind of shit-eating grin will come on his face. And, hey there, fellas! Great day for fishing.
You see him put his hand to like the side of his head, and he talks, under not in a yell anymore, so you can't hear him. And he just says, "Look, you gotta get out of there. You're not allowed in here. The whole place is cordoned off. You gotta go."
What? Nobody told us that. But this is the prime fishing spot. It's been this way for a good decade.
He points out like several of the buoys with flashing like warning lights on them around that you sailed through, and he's like, "Sir, those buoys are there for a reason. You gotta get out of here."
All right. God damn. Okay.
All of a sudden,
honey, we gotta go. All right. Look, she got her best bobber stuck in this drain here. So, can we? She's just trying to fish it out, and then we'll be on our way.
All of a sudden, see you're finagling around the pole, and suddenly the drain cover like pops off as you're like, moving around. It's like,
I rolled karma.
No, you succeeded. It's free now.
Oh yeah, so she'll like try and catch it.
Oh,
okay.
she got it. I think she got it. Hold up.
He said, "What the hell was that?"
Sorry.
Are you?
She'll say sorry. I didn't mean to. I got stuck.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to stay right there. Stay right. Don't move. And
Bye.
they're sort of making their way
out,
down.
all right?
See you later.
Sir,
come on. Come on, Eddie. These gentlemen don't want us here. Have you got your stuff?
Yeah, I got it.
You see a boat, one of those patrol boats, sort of coming around a bend a little faster to the left.
Yeah, we're gonna turn the engine on and just start.
Well, do you have boat skill? Do you actually have boat skill?
No.
What's boat? Is that reaction again?
It would be motorboat or ship or
okay.
sailboat are all
interesting.
Submarine. Those are all valid vehicles.
So I guess you're at the controls. So are you like?
Yeah. So I'm gonna just start. Yeah. Sorry, fellas. She got her bobber back. We won't be bothering you anymore, right?
They sort of break out into a run, and they're like coming down towards the bay. Give me a reaction test, I guess.
Yeah, and in the meantime, so he's gonna like sit down in the boat while Death is
Wherever
driving.
it is.
Pick out a little small gram bag of sour cram
The karma.
and start toking. Like, Death, I'm gonna take over in just a second.
Okay, I'm gonna karma my roll.
Do it,
Okay.
please.
How many? All of them?
Yeah. Okay. Got 2. Very nice. Okay. You managed. You like sort of gun it, and you even sort of like faux act like you accidentally hit the accelerator so far forward. Like, you kick up. You kick up all this water. It splashes back on them as they like run to try to catch up to you. And then you gun it out of like the red zone, just as like sort of the patrol boat's coming around. And I guess they sort of like turn and start to follow you. They're,
Okay,
like,
so
tearing-
yeah, we'll be kind of like bumbling and like kind of like waving apology back to just looking like completely clueless.
For now.
You see,
and I'll, like,
you
kind
see
of
the captain of the
fumble my,
patrol boat just like shaking his head.
I'll like fumble my fishing rod and like that almost like goes in and then I kind of grab it before it falls into the water. And we'll just kind of keep heading out, not like full speed, but just kind of casually heading out deeper into the bay.
Okay, they catch up to you then.
Well, I mean, she's getting high on cram.
Yeah, they see you smoking a crab pipe in the back
No,
too.
that's
by the
fine.
way.
No, that doesn't matter. I'm. I guess at some point, if she's done smoking before that happens, she's gonna go up to the controls and start piloting this, take over the captain's chair.
You can see that, like, you can see that they're like speaking on a loudspeaker out to you guys. They're just like, "Sir, we just need you to pull over. sir, we need to write you a citation, sir."
That's fine. It's a site. Yeah, so just hide the fucking bot.
No, they're gonna recognize us.
But they're gonna be able to chase down our. How fast does this thing go?
Oh, yeah, they.
Probably not as fast as a patrol boat.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
let us write them a fucking citation. Just
Okay.
put that in like the tackle box or something.
Well, I'm ready I'll put it in the tackle box and I'm ready if needed, you know.
All right, and just keep your mouth shut. You're a little high right now, so as long as you open your mouth. So yeah, just to let it kind of come to a stop and
Okay.
kind of wave stupidly at the. Hey fellas, nice day for a sail, ain't it?
So the what looks to be like the, not the captain of the boat, but maybe his lieutenant or something, sort of walks out. They pull up slowly beside you, sort of throw a few ropes on to anchor themselves to you, and then one of them, the lieutenant, sort of jumps aboard and he's like, "Do you know what the hell you people were doing over there? That place is off limits. It's been off limit for a month."
Fishing at the best spot this side of the bay.
Sir, that's not an answer,
Apologies.
sir.
Look, apologies, but my good friend and I are, well, to be honest, we're a little tipsy right now, but we thought it'd be a good. Look, the
also-
conditions are prime for fishing today, and we haven't been able to get close to Derechology, which has for years been the best fishing spot in this area.
He starts sniffing the air a little bit. And he's like, "What's that smell?" And he's like, "No." But it's like, look, I'm gonna have to write you a citation. We're just gonna have to, sir, you were on government property without permission. We're gonna have to take your name and information, and we're gonna have to take down the boat's registration, everything.
Oh, that's not necessary. Can I just? Isn't there a fine associated with this?
That'll be coming too, sir. It's not a light one either.
Ah, come on. For two innocent people who maybe are a little oblivious to the world, you guys are coming down pretty hard.
He says, "Well, sir, I mean, ignorance is not an excuse for breaking the law. So
This is
can I-
ridiculous.
he sort of like turns to Sig and like
Honey, calm down. It's all right. Like, I'll deal with this. All right.
he says, "Can I see your registration, your license, please, sir?"
Gentlemen, perhaps there's a way that between us we can settle a little fine. Look, I know you lot have to go through quite a bit of paperwork.
Give me
Sift through all of that.
Give me a negotiate check. We'll say his willpower is. I mean, he's a stern. We'll say it's 5. He looks. I mean, for a moment, his demeanor sort of gives away the secret that he actually considers your pretty brash bribery attempt. It just came out right and said it. He sort of like takes you to the side and he's like, well, the fine is, probably upwards of 5,000 yen.
Can I do an insight? Just tell if he's lying.
Sure. I guess that would be intelligence. He might be lying about the fine, but you kind of catch the subtext that this is going to be the price for
Right.
his silence.
Man, you're stretching the budget of a two fellas out in the water, but
He looks at the boat and he says, I don't think I'm stretching it too far. Because it's still it's a nice boat.
yes, Diff will kind of look back at Sig for a moment, and kind of contemplate,
What's he saying?
contemplate, and then he'll kind of shrug and, all right, yeah, as long as we have an agreement that this, that's it. This will be the end of it. We'll be on our way, and we won't trouble you guys again.
He says, sure, I'll just tell him you're having engine troubles and the wind blew you over into the bay. How about that? And he
Sounds good.
sort of pulls out his cred stick and he says, yeah, just transfer it right here.
Okay. Yeah, so Diff will, transfer 5,000 onto this guy.
Okay, he sort of looks at it and verifies, and he's like, all right, yeah, you two be safe, and, I'd get that engine checked out.
Indeed. Yes, we will do just that, officer. Thank you so much.
And your anchor, too. Looks like it gave out, blew you off into the shore there. You're lucky you didn't beach.
Indeed, yes. Thankfully, we had you to save us.
You're lucky you didn't.
What was that?
She was just clearing her throat. Well,
right.
we'll be on our way now.
He jumps back over to his ship, and they take off the belay lines and
All right, yep.
pull
Yeah,
away.
we'll pull on back over to the docks.
And
Alright.
Sigil, she'll drive back.
Top speed.
At ludicrous speed. Okay, you guys get back to the docks. Back to
we got the drone, so that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, let's get everything back to tie up the boat and let's head back to base. Sig,
Yeah?
is that good? Okay. Yeah, you can take a look at this thing on the way.
I'll fix up my drone. Recharge it.
Okay, yeah, you head back to Section 9, get under there. Yeah. And Samson and Red, Sig and Dith come back wearing some waders and carrying fishing poles and they have a fish maybe, I don't know.
I think we threw back what we caught.
Yeah.
Kind of give it an eyeball. You two have fun?
Great afternoon out on the lake. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Sig will hold up her spider butt.
Caught ourselves a trophy.
Yeah.
And yeah, she'll go promptly to work on fixing it up. And if there's any video feed, and I imagine in her mind she's hoping the group will stand behind her, all inspired on what potential information may be stored from Spiderbot in her dreams. You're so good at that.
It's incredible watching you work.
Yeah, Dick's gonna excuse himself and call AJ.
Alright, so Sig, the drone's in pretty good shape. It just needs to be cleaned up and recharged.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it didn't suffer too much wear and tear sitting in that pipe. Although it probably was knocked around, through God knows how many miles of pipe.
Is there anything on it?
As far as what?
Video or...
I mean, all it would have video was this, like, black... I mean, maybe it has a little bit of sonar, but I mean, it's just, yeah, it seems like it was in pipes for the last week and a half or something. A few weeks.
Yeah. Alright. Cool.
Okay. I mean, once you're checking it out, you do notice that it's logs of, what you call it, of sort of command log. You notice that it has a bunch of like error messages in it and a bunch of like unrecognized commands.
Huh.
From like way back.
Right. I guess she'll dive into kind of the programming of it and see if it's been altered in any way.
Okay, give me a computer check.
Oh, that's computer. Or she will approach Red and hey.
Busy.
Oh. So, hey, you want to come look at this robot with me?
Yeah, sure. Take a look.
You can tell she's definitely a little overstimulated right now.
You don't say. What are the odds of that happening?
I've never seen Sig like this before.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get another pair of eyes on it. All right.
So yeah, I need you to see if it's been altered from its factory settings, or from when I reset it to, I guess.
Yeah, give me a computer use. So
All right.
Okay. Red, you can definitely tell that it hasn't been altered besides what Sig has done to it, but as you're looking over all the sort of caches and data and files in it, it's sort of command log again with all the errors catches your eye, and you can definitely tell that it was because of Sig's alterations to it that it didn't recognize these commands. But it has a complete log of them, and as you're looking at them, you can you start looking at the headers for these messages and where they came from and what data they contained, and you sort of realize you're reading a play-by-play of what happened that day at the arcology when the otaku came in and commandeered all the drones in the facility. It looks like whatever signals went out to every drone, but since Sig's drone was already altered, it did not accept the commands, or it errored out.
Yeah, I'll kind of be trying to do like everything that I'm seeing, I'm going to try to point out to Sig, just kind of let her know what's going on, because I know she kind of took interest in some electronics before, so maybe she'd be kind of interested in this stuff, so.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah.
Do we know what the...
She'll be fascinated.
Okay.
Dominated.
I just see like Sig like sort of like shivering, just like, yeah, well, that's awesome, sweet. Okay. Yeah, that's what you find. I mean, a little more a little more digging, and you can probably learn a little bit more about these records, but that's about it for now. At least for your diagnostic.
I mean, that could be very useful. Like,
Yeah.
if you price.
Yeah, if you can prove that these signals didn't come or didn't come from the Ark itself, it could definitely go a long way to exonerating Frank Rafter. That it was an outside
Yeah, is there any way
force
to
that
kind
caused
of debug each command and kind of pick out like where it's coming from, or?
Yeah, definitely, but it'll take time. It'll take, a few nights of work to decode these things and decrypt them.
Well,
Sig will nudge Red and have her cram pipe out and be like, You want to get to work?
They'll kind of get wide-eyed and be like, yeah, 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 and he's like, no.
And she'll look frustrated and push it back away in her pocket.
But yeah, I mean, Red's more than willing to kind of continue to look at this rule for a good bit, so.
Yeah. You copy down the data to your deck or something and can work on it whenever you want.
All right.
Cool. Sig will thank you for helping her out.
Right, good catch.
I get it.
And yeah.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna call KJ about that
right.
license plate.
Right. Okay. I mean, not much to do here. I think he can get his hands on one. Let me just see how much something like that would cost. I think there's like stuff for like false identities. There it is. Okay. Okay. So we'll say, I mean, he says something like the full works, something that will look good and also pass a routine, DMV check. Something like that will probably run you 25 grand. That's the top of the line. I mean, something that...
Yeah, Sig will take care of that.
Okay, yeah. Something that'll immediately throw up red flags, even if someone glances halfway at it. That'll be like maybe a couple thousand, but the real deal costs a little bit more.
Fair enough. Any frequent shopper discounts?
It says, it's really not my cut that's the bulk end of this. It's the bribes for the people working where they work and looking the other way when an entry turns up erroneous. It's not much I can do about that.
I feel like KJ. Happy to keep you in business anyway.
Yeah, you sending my kids through college.
All right. Yep. Usual drop off, if you don't mind. And
yeah, sure. Give me a street etiquette check to see how long it'll take. Okay, it'll take 36 hours, so a day and a half. So it is Saturday afternoon, the fishing trip. So that would be Monday afternoon.
okay.
New license. All right.
Sounds good.
Cool. So that's out of the way. What else is on the agenda?
Ah, boy. So, all this reality hacker stuff. I guess we still have to hash out what the plan is.
Yeah.
So, Red, do you feel, again, I forget, but did you feel confident about if you were on the inside? because it's not like the ciphers are written on a sheet of paper in somebody's office. They're
never know.
probably
They could
stored. They're probably stored on their network somewhere, I would assume.
Yeah, I think we determined that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say there's, from Red, from what you know about security systems and stuff, there's two ways you could go about it.
Okay.
You could find, like, that somewhere these security codes and ciphers are kept on probably a physical object under very careful guard. Or if you were able to access the mainframe itself, you could extrapolate the ciphers from them, but that would take more time.
From the mainframe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to access it itself.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to hack in to discover how they work.
But I assume that like that would be the only thing that would have been under guard, like in terms of them being on a physical. So like if we were to somehow break in and steal them, they would know that's exactly what we were after.
Well, you could potentially copy it.
Right, but I'm just wondering, like, is it common that
if,
that's the only thing that would be there, or would there be other pieces of information that we might copy or steal that...
It would probably be on, like, a special chip or something.
Okay.
So they would obviously know if that is missing, that it was stolen.
Right. But if we were to make a copy of it, like, would there be other important things where that was being stored that it wouldn't be a complete tip-off that we were either accessing that or copying it or whatever? Do you know what I'm saying?
Kinda. I mean, if they noticed... You're saying if they somehow noticed that that disk had been copied?
Well, I'm just wondering, like... So say it's guarded by, like security guards or whatever, and we break in, we either knock them out or something.
Okay.
And, like, is there other important pieces of information that would be under guard?
Yeah, I mean, the way you could think about it is, like, it would probably be in the boss's safe in his penthouse, maybe, or it's kept, like, in the secure mainframe itself, maybe in a separate, lockbox or security, or some sort of double level security between it and you. So there might potentially be other things that that would look like it got broken into for, like, but obviously you have to sort of discover or try to figure out where something like that would be kept.
Okay. Yeah, so possibly the mainframe might be the better without trying to tip them off directly if that's what we were after. Maybe. Or it's more time consuming, so.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright, cool. So give me a 2d6 minus your... Or, well, no, just give me a 2d6. Roll red.
What? Okay, compounded or not?
No, just straight up.
Go.
Okay, it'll take you 6 hours to crack the data you got from the drone.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
If you're working on that in your downtime.
Oh.
All
Yeah. Right. If there's nothing else that really we need to be doing, that'll kind of be my priority.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of while, I guess, Sig and Dith were out shenaniganing around, I would kind of be keeping an eye on the news and local networks on the web, just kind of trying to keep an eye on either the Queso story or just anything else that might be kind of interesting.
Okay. Yeah. The Queso story is still sort of like the standard line they're dragging. It's like, police are still investigating. No persons of interest have been named. No tight evidence. Although one part of the story is like the FBI is actually investigating the governor's son and the governor himself to a certain extent. Let's 1 second. Under Marilyn Frost, Also the person who is heading up the investigation of the archaeology.
Interesting.
Interesting. Maybe we can pin the archaeology on Queso while we're at it. Bada bing. Maryland Frost.
Yes. This is her. Yeah, but that's the only thing of note. The only change, sort of.
Cool. I will definitely mention that to Diff if nobody else.
Okay.
Or together, I'll mention it casually. Otherwise, I'll
Yeah.
just mention it to Diff.
Dith, do you also watch the reports?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever I'm around, if he's there, yeah.
Give me an int check. Okay. You recognize one of the agents accompanying Miss Frost as one of the people who cornered you on that subway platform a few weeks back.
Oh, and that was after the archaeology, right? That happened.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what they were claiming to.
Yeah, it was after, because you had met with Frank Rafter and he was all sad.
Oh, that's right. They were
Please help me.
investigating Frank, and then that's right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. That's about it.
So the long and short of it is, though, that we need to get Red on the inside of the place. He's one of the absolutes that needs to be in there.
Couldn't you do it?
My awesome decking abilities.
Hey man, come on.
Don't sell yourself short.
I might be able to provide a little support for you, but so we can use the guise of the escorts to get us in and to have a little privacy at least. But again, there's still I doubt there's going to be a way for you to hook up to their network in one of these like private rooms or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, we may need to, once we're in and set up in there, you may need to sneak out, or are there any like sorts of devices that allow you to like wirelessly connect to a network or something?
Sadly, wireless technology sophisticated enough to carry SimSense does not yet exist.
Damn. I mean, you could probably invent it by Friday, right?
Yeah, no problem. Well,
I'll need a shit ton of coffee and maybe some of that cram. Yeah.
Give me that cram, say. Eat all of it. Yeah, Sig. I mean, if this, at the risk of compromising the spider bot before we get all the information we need off of it, are you open for potentially sending it on a recon mission?
Yeah, I mean,
by
it's in
itself?
good shape and cleaned it up. So Red has a copy of it. So I think,
you have a copy. Okay.
Yeah.
So in case it gets
golden.
destroyed.
do you have a copy of
Red
all
has-
the
No,
data
yeah.
on it? Like video and all that stuff included, or was it just?
I mean, the video's not
Wasn't
much
really
to look at.
Wow.
'Cause
After, yeah.
anything that, it was in the pipe before any of the shit went down.
I got you. Okay.
So I guess, yeah, no, I'm totally cool with that. We use Spiderbot For some recon, no problem.
Okay, because if we could, maybe I can give Tiffany a call real quick to determine where, when they do go to those parties, where her girls tend to hang out, or like where they, do their thing. So we could have a sense of where we would need to, yeah, we can just kind of map out the interior of this place with the spider bot, hopefully.
It's more than we have right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And I guess I wonder. So it has. Can she make a quick adjustment, like run out to the hardware store or something, and grab some light bulbs and some wires and attach kind of like a flashlight to it, or like a light that she can turn on the remote control deck? Just in case.
Surprised it doesn't have a light on it, or like a.
Or if it does, yeah, it might already have one, but
it doesn't need one. It uses cameras or sonar. Yeah.
Okay. But the camera, that's what I'm saying, is it could benefit the camera by illuminating.
Sure.
There's no light.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be easier to see though, but yeah.
Well, yeah, if it's on. I mean, she would enable it to be controlled from her remote control deck.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely whip something like that on or up, but it would.
I'll pay whatever it costs.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like. Yeah, I mean, you could strap it to it, and then, like, yeah, sure. Make it a little bit more bulkier, but sure.
Okay.
All right, cool. Cost you like for like the remote hardware and.
She wants premium stuff,
Yeah, maybe like 1,000 new yen or something.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So anyway, yeah, I'd definitely be down to
Yeah, recon.
Okay.
You want to call Tiff?
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely give Tiff a call.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she gave you her direct number. Okay. Yeah, she picks up the phone. So, yeah. Tiff, what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, it's just been too long. I had to hear the sweet serenade of your voice. No, but I was actually calling about to get a few particulars about the reality hackers and their little warehouse that they run. I was curious if you or any of the girls knew the particulars about where, in general, when they attend these parties, where they tend to set up shops, shall we say. If there's a given room or set of rooms that they're often given sway to.
Well, surprising. There's not the main floor where most of the festivities happen is the bottom, pretty wide open area, and then there's stairs and sort of scaffolding that goes up to higher floors, and they've expanded upon those into sort of living arrangements and storage rooms and all of that sort of off the same central area. As far as it goes, these people are interested in different things than your average customer, really. A lot of them actually don't have a lot of the requisite equipment, so things sort of have to happen using sim rigs and things like that. And really, people can do that anywhere. But I hear there's a few sort of rooms off to the side where people can go for a little more privacy. But beyond that, these people love their chrome, sometimes a little too much.
So the girls tend to just kind of meander about the floor, or not?
Well, I mean, if anyone pays for their services, they sometimes they'll link and share sensory data. I hear it's pretty incredible, actually.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't say I've partaken myself, but There's a first time for everything, I suppose.
You struck me as a person who's tried a lot of things.
Mayhaps, but there's always more to explore. So. In any case, thanks for the intel. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still working with my contacts to get the requisite amount of people and the right people with the know-how to get into these places. Shouldn't be too much trouble, and I'll make sure the people with you know what they're getting into.
Much appreciated. Tiffany, it's been a pleasure. We'll speak again soon.
As always, take care, Diff.
You as well. Hang up.
All right.
And he'll relay that back to the group. So is Red? Is there any way if you're hooked up to like a SimSense? I mean, by chance, is that also connected to the network in a way? Like, could you feign like going with one of these girls and like linking up, but actually be connected to like their system and like trying to deck while you're pretending to be in this connection with them?
I mean, I guess anything's possible. Somehow I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, can't you just not have it happening?
Well, I mean, that's an active decision I would have to make. Getting into the heat of the moment.
Or a willpower test. But I mean, is it so when two people do this, are there like outward signs of it happening, or it's pretty much all internally?
I see, when a man loves a woman.
It depends. And also, I mean, these sort of sim rigs aren't usually connected to a network, though they can be.
Okay.
So...
Okay, yeah, I wonder if there's any way to determine that beyond hooking up to it. But I mean, that could be, I don't know, like, because I would think you'd be able to feign it if,
I mean,
like
yeah,
you'd be able to hook up together and not have anything happen, but just try to, like, deck while you're doing it.
It might look weird if he has a deck with him, but...
Oh, I see.
Maybe. I mean, you know, if it's sufficiently hidden, it might look like he's just having a good time.
That guy's packing.
Is that your cyber deck or your cyber streaming?
Yeah, I mean, or you could try to get like chummy with some people, Red, and like try to just talk tech. I mean,
nerd out a little bit.
Yeah,
kind
there
of
might be
nerd
some
out
in
and
there too, if you.
you show me your deck, I'll show you mine. Kind of thing.
Ah, yeah.
You would also know that sort of connecting with someone through SimSense could also be a way of what's it called, of interrogating them without other people knowing. Like if you have your conversation all in each other's heads, and who knows what you're talking about.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's being hacked.
The mind is a scary place.
Yeah, I'm curious. So how big is your is your deck again? It's like a keyboard, isn't it? Like the size of it, it's like a...
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And from what we've heard from talking to people about these parties, it's unusual for someone to walk in with a deck.
Not necessarily. You might get a little bit more scrutiny, like people don't want you hooking up with the wrong stuff, but it's not unheard of. I mean, it's like these people are all about tech and things, so there probably are places where people are using their decks, and maybe they're, you know, playing games or something, or they're each trying to, they're all sharing a shared experience or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
They're watching a movie. Who knows?
Yeah, so I mean, you might be able to get into this place with your deck on hand, but I mean, we need a way for you to kind of slip away to a place where you could actually hook it up to a legitimate source. I mean, one of the best options is having one of, like, you approaching one of the girls and then her taking you to, like, a private room. Like Tiffany said, they sometimes will, for certain things, go to, like, a private area, so
Right.
that would at least get you away, give you a reason to kind of get pulled away from the crowd, and might get you out of the scrutinous eyes of some people. But I mean, then it's a matter of, I don't know, it's kind of trying to slip out or something. I don't know, why don't we try to do the recon with the spider bot and get a better sense of the layout of the place? And we can see if that informs anything about good ways for us to go about this. Sound good?
Yeah.
Do you have some ideas, Rick, that you're throwing around?
Not really. It's, I don't know. I don't know how to get this essentially to the mainframe or access it during the party. That's the biggest problem, obviously. And like without knowing more about how the parties function and where things are located, it's kind of tough to put a plan in place. So I don't know if this is an option at all. Do these parties happen pretty frequently?
The big ones that they're known for, not too frequently. Like maybe once every couple weeks.
And this one this weekend is one of the big ones, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if it'd be at all possible to maybe have the spider bot slip in there during this weekend's party, us not actually being in there, and then wait for the next one.
No, there's there's nothing going on. It's Saturday right now. There's nothing going on this weekend. It would be the next one, unless that's what you're talking about.
That's what he's talking about, yeah.
I mean, that would be, that's like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know it's a long time.
Yeah, it would be delaying stuff quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think why don't we at least try to send the spider bot in ahead of then, sometime in the next few days. See what we can learn, and that may give us enough information that we can formulate some kind of plan as far as the layout. And if not, if we're not sure, then we could potentially, send it in during the party. But
I mean, that makes sense to me. We just want a map, so.
yeah. And hopefully, even if someone does spot it, they may just think it's one of the other reality hackers' new gadgets that they're like fucking around with.
Yeah.
You may be able to kind of. So, one of the best places it could be, I guess. Blends in.
It's true enough.
In theory, I mean, they also probably have pretty rigorous countermeasures, so I don't know if my signal would be recognized. Who knows? Maybe it's kind of just a free. I mean, if they're that strict, they have to have a really large network to like seriously weed everyone out and identify everything at once. Maybe they do. I don't know. We shall see. Maybe, yeah.
Indeed.
Hopefully, it will just blend in perfectly. That'd be great.
So, do you want to go down to the old ravine again and pretend to be homeless people, and you could kind of just have your rig under your like baggy clothes and just kind of sit down and.
Sure, I'm still gonna bring some Vaseline though.
For afterwards,
Case I need to go get my bot.
No, I don't want to get stuck again.
Oh boy. Okay, so you guys can head out there tonight, or whenever you want to do that.
I'm down. I got no plans.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been on Tinder. I have this date tonight. Alright.
You guys also, like, there's the actual physically going and gathering information. You can also, like, do some legwork by talking to people. Like, you could try to track down some reality hackers when they're on their downtime or something. Maybe try to chat them up. Or you can find other people who might know what their situation's like or have had dealings with them before. Just multiple options. Okay, so you guys head back to that old riverbed, a nasty old polluted riverbed at the edge of the Barrens.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay behind and probably work through some of this data.
Sounds good. Okay. So who's going? Just Sig,
I'll go. Yeah.
Dith, Sammy?
Amy?
Sure. I don't want to get left out.
Alright. So the three amigos head out. You get back to where you are. It's almost routine by now. You park out from the same spot, trudge down the trudge down the bank and head over to these sort of drainage system underneath this warehouse. And Sig, I guess you release the drone and have it go. Alright, cool. So yeah, it's pretty easy to navigate through this thing. This is kind of what this thing was built for. And you get out to that room under the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's. Can I squeeze in?
Yeah, the spider bot has no trouble with these small pipes and things.
Awesome. And yeah, I'll just have it. I guess nothing. We know from our knowledge that there's not a whole lot happening at the base right now, or like that there's
I mean, it's
no party going on.
Yeah, not a party, but there's definitely activity going on inside. Like there's music and stuff, but it's not sort of party. It's like what, any large group of a large gang of 30 odd people would be doing, hanging out. 30 people make a lot of noise. But yeah, you sneak in under the place, and the bottom is in such disrepair that you can just sort of slip under the door to the room you exit, and probably even find a place to slip through the floorboards and get into the place proper if you want.
Yeah, definitely do that. Kind of squeak it in through the hole in the floor and follow the pipes to, the plumbing to underneath the, I guess the main floor.
Yeah, I mean the whole place is sort of really open. There's not many separate rooms, at least on the first floor, that you can see, looking up. So yeah, you sneak up, maybe you come up underneath some sort of pool table or foosball table. It's hard to tell what it is. but you sort of sneak under there and look around, and you see a huge wide open floor filled with all kinds of like electronic gizmos and entertainment. There's at least 10 different holographic videos going on. Some of them are just dancing girls, some of them are maybe the what's it called, the brawl game. What was it called? Yeah, the brawl battle going on with the Seattle Screamers, and you know, a bunch of other miscellaneous things going on, and a bunch of people sitting around in sort of, they've got like around each sort of holographic Tritio display, they have sort of a huge couch and seating area around. People are lounging, hanging out, music's blaring. No one seems to notice you, at least not yet. You're still just sort of hiding under this table, looking at the first floor. You do see a few rooms off at maybe each end of the place. Look to be maybe bathrooms or small rooms. Not really of much interest. But as you sort of creep out from underneath the table and look up, you see maybe 3 more floors of sort of like walkways and scaffolding kind of looking things up there with, and it's all like big metal casings and all like sort of plexiglass see-through, and it's all sort of like lit up and illuminated, and it goes on and up this thing, and that looks like where most of the rooms are. Most of the looks like that's where people probably sleep, and you know, whatever else these reality hackers do 90% of the day. You also see sort of there's sort of this largest sort of central room on like the second floor. It pretty much encompasses the narrow side of one of the levels, and let's see. Yeah, and it's like a huge see-through glass case, and you can see a lot of the wires and connections and stuff to this place feed into that room. But besides that, yeah, there's just 3 more levels of that kind of thing, like different sort of glass rooms set up.
Let's see, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I think so I can see into the rooms?
I mean, it's hard to see exactly what's going on inside them. You just sort of see a basic layout.
Okay.
Just because you're so far away, and probably the resolution on this thing is not the greatest.
Yeah. I mean, it seems pretty bot friendly, so I guess I would just have it head towards the rooms, unless, I mean, if I can go back down in that hole and track my way over that way.
Sure. I mean, you just sort of went up the first space in the floor large enough for the spider bot, and the spider bot's pretty small. I guess you do a little more looking. The rooms at the sides definitely look lightly used. There is sort of a bathroom and maybe like a closet where people throw a bunch of random techno gizmo gadgets.
I'll head into the bathroom.
Okay.
And enhance the quality. No. Yeah, no. So I don't know. I guess I'd head upstairs or look for. I mean, these glass rooms make me think that they might be a little more high scale. High scale hangouts.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely look like they've been built in or added into this warehouse. Like the rest of it, the outer shell is all like old, you know, disused warehouse. That is all looks pretty slick and high tech.
Okay, so there's not necessarily an upstairs. It's all just one big, like, older warehouse.
Yeah, like it's not. There's no big sections to this place. It's all just sort of one huge rectangle of a building that goes up like 4 stories, and there's like railings and walkways that crisscross, and then there's like sort of rooms dotted around the sides and up the top and all that.
Okay. So yeah, I'll have her go. Have the spider bot head to these rooms, and just have it go across the floor. I mean, if it's gonna be kind of tricky going underneath.
You can't get to the top floors without going across the floor at some point.
Right. Yeah. So we'll just do that
Okay.
in that direction.
Okay. As you're sort of crawling over, you move past some people, and suddenly you hear like, "Hey man, what the hell is that thing?" One guy's like, "Oh, is that the cleaning bot?"
I'll have it.
But you like scurry around a couch or something.
Yeah. And I'll have it. Yeah. I'll try to make it look a little more awkward. Walking very hands.
Okay, they don't appear to follow you or inquisit any more than they already have, and you continue on, and you head up some of these stairways, and yeah, I mean it's just sort of there's at least 2 stairways that go up to each level, and you see all these rooms to the sides, and that large sort of room is situated in the center towards like probably the northern end of the warehouse. Definitely looks like some sort of area or that houses their it's probably the mainframe room basically. It looks like it houses several servers, and a lot of the wiring and stuff goes into it and out of it. You can see most of the rooms up here, the glass rooms that they've added, have pretty sophisticated doors. You suspect it's probably not glass that these things are made of, but some kind of polyurethane sort of, bulletproof substance that's pretty hardy and strong.
Yeah. Is it monitored? Guarded?
You see cameras around, yeah.
Okay.
And you see cameras around across the whole building, actually. Like,
is it do I notice any turret nests?
Turret nests. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Just my perception.
Yes. Plus, let's see, +2 dice for this thing's sensor rating. I should really look up the stats of something like this, but we'll just say that.
Okay. I'm on board.
Okay. You can definitely see that some of these sort of stations, or like camera stations, monitors, probably do a little bit more than monitoring, but it's hard to make out exactly what, since they look to be inactive.
Okay. And so the door's highly restricted.
Looks to be like a sliding door, with definitely some sort of locking.
Yeah. Do we have a any means by which the spider bot could get in there? Is the floor? Is there a hole nearby that I could crawl underneath it?
Nah, these things look pretty solid. Like, it's just, very well put together panes of, thick plastic glass, blocking this thing off. And, wherever the cords or wherever there's things going in, it's always tightly sealed.
Okay. So,
But I mean, as you're doing your look around, it also looks like, as well as being the mainframe, it looks like also a large part of this big room is some sort of office or maybe sleeping area. Sort of very decked out.
Yeah. And this extends for the entire northern part of the warehouse?
It's probably 2 floors worth, yeah. So it's probably floor 2 and 3. Maybe there's different buildings on, or different rooms on the 4th floor of this place.
Okay. Interesting.
And let me see. Yeah, you basically have something like these. That big mainframe room sort of takes up most of the floor of that, and then you've got like walkways that go like here, and there's some that go here and across here. Actually, that would be, and then you've got like different rooms and stuff like there.
Okay. Yeah.
Here, there.
Huh. All the rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'd have like another floor and maybe different arrangement.
Mm-hmm. Where does, sorry, the mainframe takes up multiple floors. What floor does it start on? Like you said, 2 and 3?
Yeah, 2 and 3.
Okay, yeah. All right. I guess. What floor is this? Well, yeah, I'll have the spider bot. Get a. Have it head up to the 2nd tier,
Okay.
and have it keep its distance, but have it yeah, investigate more into. Get a better picture of the 2nd floor entrance. And then 3rd floor for that matter.
Okay. My excellent drawing skills. Yeah, so you'd have something like a stairway going up to like scaffolding and walkways, and then those sort of like spider web and sort of connect all the separate rooms up on the other floors together, and then you'd have another stairway that goes up, something like that. As far as, and this room looks to be like, it looks to have like multiple floors. Like most of the server stuff looks to be on the 2nd floor, and then it looks like it has some sort of like loft or something, and there's looks to be bedding up there.
Oh, okay, that's the 3rd part. Got it.
Yeah, this looks to be like, you know, probably the boss's chamber, as well as being the mainframe area. So he's got the best access in the whole place. Yeah.
We'll have it. Yeah, pretty much. Snake on back. I mean, she's gonna tell Sam and Dith that she's having it return, you know, what she's found so far.
Yeah, as it starts coming back down, a few of the lounging reality hackers sort of, maybe you accidentally sneak over someone's leg, and they sort of like, and they sort of all of a sudden the bot sort of like goes up in the air, and he's like, what? You're like face to face with one of them. He's like, what the hell is this?
Ah, pepper spray.
And he's just like, hey Billy, look at this thing is sweet. Man, who's this?
No, it's not sweet. It's terrible. It's just clean by it.
And they sort of like go back and forth, and they sort of like inspect this thing. It's like, yeah, it's got, someone put a light on it too. Some of that. Maybe it's one of Johnny's new toys. He's always bringing new shit in here. Maybe, I don't know.
Put it down and let it go back to Johnny.
He's like, oh yeah, hey, maybe we shouldn't be touching it if it's one of his new toys. He's like, hey, that guy gets all the cool shit, man. He got that arm suit a month ago, now he's got this, man. It's good to be the boss, huh? And he sort of like puts it back down. They sort of continue their conversation.
Okay, spider brought away.
Okay, you scurry off.
On this one.
Don't even look back around. And yeah, you get back into the basement and out through the pipe. Not too many issues.
Alright, alright. Yeah, well, with a smug look of satisfaction across your face, Sig will be happy to relay this information with the rest of the group. And accordingly, download the video feeds. Picked up
Cool.
a little bit of intel.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, to head on back. Yeah, we can even kind of draw up a little schematic with rough blueprint
Yeah.
with the places that you went through. So.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, let's head on back to Red.
All right. Yeah, you go back to section 9.
See if he's made any headway.
But you find his arm.
Ba, ba, ba. We'll say that little trick took a little bit of time, and you come back. Red's sort of finishing up his decryption of these logs from the spider bot.
Red, hey, how's it going?
Hold on.
He's almost dead.
I got one more. Wait for it.
Don't come in.
Yeah, we're good. All right.
Terrific. All right. So Red, do you share with them as you uncrypt this stuff?
I mean, I'm gonna wait till I finish the entire kit and caboodle before sharing. It's pretty
Okay.
important stuff.
All right. So what you find is, you find a log of sort of these. At first, they seem like regular commands that have sort of been dropped. Have sort of been dropped as erroneous by this spider bot, but then suddenly you realize these are actually like parts of a virus. Of some sort of control scheme and sort of autonomous control software that's sort of being uploaded piecemeal, but because of the sort of software changes from SIG, they had no effect on this machine, but you pretty much have a whole copy of virus basically.
Huh.
That infiltrated, that was custom tailored to the arcology sort of drone security system.
This definitely seemed like it came from an outside source.
Yeah, definitely. They are made to look like they are from arcology control, but that's just so that they can get into the drone, and then the virus does its work. Sadly, the otaku are a little too smart than to, put any sort of identifying information in the virus, but it definitely is outside work.
Interesting.
That would appear to anything else, and if the virus had actually activated, it would have, deleted any evidence of its effect, but because it never activated, you can look at it.
Interesting. So if I do I actually have like a copy of the virus and I can look at it? Is that pretty much what I found, or have I not done that yet?
No, yeah, you have that.
Okay.
You can look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share this with the group.
And our personal computers.
Yep, and I'll make them attack.
Spider bot.
All right, your computers come alive and your mice try to strangle you.
No, I mean, I guess my biggest concern about this information is how to share it.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can't just be like,
"Hey, look, we found."
by the way, we have this
broken the arcology.
that broke into the arcology, but we tampered with it, so the virus that affected all of the arcology didn't work. Yeah.
We
So,
saved the day.
I don't know what the best way to go about kind of leaking this information is. If nothing else, you can give old Rafter the heads up that we have something. It's just a matter of figuring out how to leak it.
So what sort of online communities do you frequent, Red?
Well, you know,
Like hacker communities?
there's
Because
4chan and Reddit and the
But I
hacker
mean, you
4chan.
might be able to like anonymously get it posted somewhere, in a way, or some obsessive guy who is just you, but under a different guise, post it on some forum, and that kind of gets spread around. And,
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I wouldn't want to necessarily post this virus just because.
right, but the evidence that's within the
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a. Cause I guess I don't know how much this would actually be believed, because like the arcology is supposed to be this end all be all kind of system, and to kind of believe that like one of the bots were tampered with, it's like I don't know. I mean, the evidence is obviously there, but it's just a matter of trying to share it in a way that is convincing.
Let's see. I know some people.
Are there any reporters that might be willing to buy some information?
So we got Lenny.
It is a pretty juicy story, I think.
Works for the Daily
That's
Feed. And he's, I guess reporters are protected that they don't have to reveal their sources. Yeah, I mean, if we could figure out a way to present the information in a way that that doesn't reveal doesn't send out the virus to everyone, but essentially shows that there was this outside force tampering with all of the mechanisms of the arcology.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could just say that we got an anonymous tip that a bot was somewhere that we picked up in some junkyard or something, and when we picked it up and we found all this information on it, so just trying to like brainstorm ideas without saying this bot is directly ours that we tampered with and we sent in the arcology and all that fun stuff. So
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I could. I guess the main thing is making sure that people believe it.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as someone once said.
Grandpappy.
But I mean, I guess. So if we say we gave this story to Lenny Lenore, it would pretty much all be like our word that he's taking. It's not like we probably wouldn't give him any physical evidence of maybe we might give him like a text copy of parts of the virus code that kind of point to but it's not like we'd give him the spider bot,
Right.
But it's still certainly an option, and it might turn some heads. I mean, there is, I guess, the danger of bringing bad stuff on him. If he releases the story, the Taku may try to silence him.
Yeah.
And maybe not. I mean, maybe that would just seem even more suspicious if somebody published a story about outside forces and then he ended up dead the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know how does that work, I guess, with journalism when they have an anonymous source?
Uh-huh.
Because they don't reveal it to anyone, but how do people know that it's a real thing?
My God.
If it's
Kind of just have to
anonymous?
trust the journal.
Yeah, as scary as that is.
Been manipulated all these years.
I mean, because if someone puts out a story and they say it was anonymously, like, the information was given to them anonymously, and then it just turns out that they made it up, then their credibility would be shot. So I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of the honor system.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess step one would just be letting Rafter know. Maybe he might have an idea about how to release this information. And if he doesn't, we can kind of take it from there and figure something out on our own.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
Because as I'm sure
Yeah,
people have been
yeah.
releasing dirt on him, quote unquote, anonymously, I'm sure he's done the same thing, so. No political battles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, maybe, alright, yeah, I'll probably set up a meeting with Frank somewhere.
Sounds good. Talk to
Alright.
his. What was her name? Catherine.
Catherine, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll give her a call.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we don't have to play this out. When do you want to meet him?
If we could meet him today, that'd be nice. This afternoon, maybe.
Is it still early?
Maybe not. We went to the
Yeah. He went to...
warehouse pretty late, so the next day I'll give him a call.
Okay.
And try to meet up for lunch, maybe.
All right, Francis. Okay. Yeah. He agrees. Yeah. Do you set the place?
Yeah, I'll pick the place.
All right. Cool. Okay. So yeah, he sets that up. Okay. So yeah, you've got a meeting with him. He sounded pretty relieved to hear back from you. Hopefully, good news. All right. Cool.
I called this lunch to tell you that you fucked, Frank.
And I'm cutting all ties.
Really fucked.
Never contact me again. Maybe.
That's
Wait, so we found this evidence, and it points directly at you being involved with the archaeology.
You lied to me, Frank.
I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but it's over.
You were
So what-
behind it, don't
What are you gonna give us for us not to leak this information?
Keep this a secret. Okay, okay. Anything else you guys want to get done?
Do you think I would need... No, I don't think so. Like, there should be, like, jack points and stuff within the, reality hackers place. Or would I guess it couldn't hurt to have one. Like those makeshift jacks or whatever. I know they're not super expensive, but I forget what they're called.
Something... No, not plugs. But yeah, some of those. Yeah. It's not too hard to get, I don't think.
I forget what they're called.
I think I can find him. Transceiver. Sam. Data line tap.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. That costs. Where is it? Data line tap. Ooh, those are actually kind of hard to get your hands on.
Oh, are they?
Apparently. Dith, do you wanna give me your old street etiquette check?
Get it.
What rating do you want it at?
I don't know.
Splice into a data. Oh wait. This might not be what you want. Shoot, never mind. Where is it? That's actually for like tapping into like a phone line or something.
Oh.
Or like a.
Yeah, no, I don't need a tap. It's just like it's essentially to create a. What are they called?
Oh wait. Never mind. These device no. Oh wait, no. Yes, deckers can use this device to create an illegal jack point. So never mind. Yes, the rating of the tap must be equal to the MPCP of the deck being used.
So it has to equal that.
Yes.
Oh, that makes it easy. I think it's 6.
6. Okay. Okay, so 6. So that'll cost 6,000. Actually, no, it'll cost 9,000.
Whoa.
And then, so give me a check, Dith.
Damn.
So you got 2, and that'll take 4 days. Do you want just one or multiple?
I'll get 2, I guess.
Alright. Spend some of that 100k you just got.
Yeah. That. So to 18,000, 9,000 per, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One sec. Drew left the call and then can't get back in.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 7 rating, not a 6.
Ooh, okay. So then it'll be 10,500 times 2, so 2,100.
Oh,
Or 21,000.
breaking the bank.
It's the prices for illegal activities.
Hey, who says this is illegal?
The law.
Well,
It's a little fuzzy in section 21B. Okay. So why don't we get if there's any other stuff to gear or anything people want. Maybe we can get that out of the way and then call it there.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the main thing I'm kind of wondering is, do we need any kind of special clothing for, like, just whatever garb to wear to the reality hacker party? I don't know if we've talked about this before. I just forget.
Nice
They dress
clothes,
pretty gaudily, don't they? Or they're kind of.
They like to show off their
Pro.
cybernetics. Yeah. So I guess they'd probably wear a lot of vests, maybe.
Expose their arms. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. But I think they dress pretty nice. They're one of the more well-off gangs.
Okay.
They
So it
probably
would be weird just showing up in, like, a suit or something?
Nah, they like futuristic-y stuff.
Alright.
New fashion, yeah. Exactly.
Perfect.
How else are you gonna show it off, man? You paid a lot of money for that cybernetic dick. You gotta make sure people realize it.
I think... terms of actually being in there, I don't think there's any special gear that we need. I mean, I'll end up bringing in my deck and a data line tab just to be on the safe side, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's things that could come in handy that I'm not thinking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Some cram?
Some crap.
See, I don't. Do they? Reality hackers known for doing drugs, like at the party?
If anything, it would be BTLs, since
Okay.
that gels with cybernetics more than
Okay.
regular drugs.
Maybe Sig can pick up some BTLs.
She's got a guy,
A
right?
new addiction. Yeah, let's get that rolling.
Well, it's not for her. If need be, we could bribe it off to some of the reality hackers or something. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. It's a negotiation card. Yeah, you can put that on the list. I mean, probably KJ could track him down, but who knows?
Track one down.
Okay, but yeah, you guys can think about it. Think about anything you might want to plan out.
Yeah.
Great.
I hope you got a decent idea of the layout of their base.
Okay. So we're gonna cancel the party and we're just gonna do the arcology.
God damn. It's a suicide mission, Red. Don't do it. But did you get that? It's just multiple levels and it just sort of like crisscrosses and you can see all the way up kind of thing going on.
I went to the bathroom actually.
God.
But yeah, we'll figure.
We'll be fine.
I'm pissed.
Hopefully, everyone else is paying attention.
Anyway, that's what you'll be dealing with. Don't come proud of me if you get turned around. Okay, it's cool. Yeah, I think that'll do it.
Sounds good.
Getting back in the groove.
He's with a bang.
With a carving into a person's chest. Good stuff.
That's coming.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Just didn't think you guys had it in you.
Well, you know, it wasn't me. I
That's
was
bad.
turned away the entire time. I was just sitting on the guy's leg.
I was revolted.
Yeah, that was hardcore.
If it was up to me, you should have cut his dick off.
It's not too late.
Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths.
God, I
Now,
sure
did
hope
you,
not.
did you write rapist in cursive or in
In
Latin
Latin, actually. Yeah.
Latin?
Could you use bubble letters, actually?
He used wingdings.
Common sense.
Nice.
Do we want
Nicely
to
done.
do karma
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I was gonna do that for the cheesy mission.
So Drew can't get back in? Is that, I tried to
Apparently.
invite him.
He said he
Hey, I
left
gotta
the
go back.
call on his phone or something, and then can't get back.
Brilliant. Just send him another one.
Yeah, I sent him like
I did.
4.
Yeah.
Let's see, rules. Core rulebook. Okay, let's see. Alright, so for capturing Queso and getting away with it, well, so far.
So far.
Let's see.
I swear to God, if he comes after us, he's fucking dead.
We'll give 4 karma, 1 for surviving, 3 for getting the message to Queso. And we'll say another 2 for doing it without any deaths. The only shot fired was a gel round. It's pretty impressive.
Six.
Yep.
Cool.
Does anyone have a running total of like all the karma they've gotten?
I do, but I mean it's kind of different per character because
Yeah.
Right. But if I can just get like a baseline so I know what Katie's should be.
Okay,
Oh.
gotcha. With that, I'm at 55.
Yeah, I was in the 50s as well.
Okay. So something like 50 should be good.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so now the circumstantial good role playing. Anyone nominations?
Dude, I gotta give it to fucking Diff. Between, I don't know, like just I don't know, I kind of gets questioned a little bit if, I don't know, like carving fucking something into somebody's chest is like pretty brutal. But like I don't know if Diff would actually have that in him. I mean, obviously it's not my character, so I don't know personally. But that was pretty cool. And then pulling that whole thing out of his ass on the fishing boat with the guards and.
Yeah.
I mean, would you expect any less?
Not really, but it's classic every single time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought that was really good.
Come on, guys. It's prime. These are prime fishing spots. It's past decade.
Prime. Alright, we got it. Okay. Says the guy who still has the tag on his fishing pole. Alright. Okay, yeah. I'd say that's well earned. Dith gets 1 karma for good role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Guts, brave and/or effective fighters.
There's the
If
time
they're-
that
if they
I
are-
threw
if they are-
myself at the limousine door, or whatever the hell that was. What happened? Oh, the bodyguard was going for the limousine when Santa was peeling out. I think I jumped on top of them or something.
I think we accounted for all that stuff too, because I got
Yeah,
karma
did
for
you?
driving. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially just from today's.
That was last time. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say Sig for right place, right time. With driving us out of with Queso in the car. And,
Yeah, ramming it past the blockade.
yeah, and also and getting the spider drone out because it's huge.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, you got all. Yeah, you made all the right, like, you got all the right equipment you needed, and yeah, for sure. Someone write that down so we can remind him. Okay, cool. Smarts, players whose characters come up with a clever strategy, solve a puzzle clue, or pull off a good scam. I mean, I guess that's kind of combined with Dith's good role-playing. It was both smart and good role-playing. So you got awarded for that. Motivation, player characters who really drive the storyline forward, or who are continuously motivated to resolve problems and or find solutions.
I mean, I guess could see Dith doing that by the carving into the chest. It's pretty. I don't know, to be motivated enough to do that. I don't know. It's.
Yeah, but I mean this has more to do with progressing the overall
Okay.
plot or the overall campaign forward, which is kind of right. Did we already? I mean, I could see awarding one, unless we already did, for you, like putting together the whole thing, like with Tiffany, getting that on board and starting getting a plan in motion?
I don't recall if we did or not.
A favor for a favor for a favor.
I personally don't recall.
Okay. So we'll put in another one then for motivation. I guess for everyone.
I'll take.
Everyone, yeah, everyone's sort of. That was a pretty cool. What you call it? Pretty cool mission. That
Hold on,
really
kind of
drove
really
everything. What?
I mean, apart from the break in the middle, it was all kind of done really quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, right place, right time. Already did that. Surprise, a surprising and effective strategy. Some of these have a ton of crossover. Like
Yeah.
smarts and
Yeah.
surprise. I guess surprise is more like spur of the moment, and smarts is more long term. I'd say surprise. Sampton surprised me, unless we already gave you a point for that driving.
I think we did.
Oh,
I
okay.
think pretty sure.
Yeah, last time.
All the driving was pretty much resolved
Yeah.
6-7 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Yeah.
And we did hand out karma after that. So
Gotcha. Okay, so the last one, humor and drama. Did anyone paralyze the entire gaming group with laughter while acting in character?
Just horror.
I'd say drama, maybe the chest cutting and dick mutilation threats. But I mean, we already.
It's the
Are we-
gift that keeps on giving.
Are we gonna go down this road that you can get multiple circumstantial karma for a single act?
yeah, I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't think you have to. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say yeah, you could give more based on given act, but yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that might create too much of a gap between players.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. So I think we're sufficiently set. Cool. Nice. So like 6 or 7 karma, not too bad. Nice.
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 Yeah, I think it was 7 baseline, and then Sig got an extra one, and Dick got an extra one.
Was it 7?
Yeah, because it was 4,
everyone
and then the plus 2,
Everyone got motivation.
and then plus 1 for the motivation.
Marching forward. Yeah, cool. Very good. Alright, awesome. How are people for next week? Yes.
26.
Yeah. Not quite Halloween.
Not quite.
Yeah,
yeah.
should be alright.
Cool. Yeah.
What was that, John?
What?
What did you say?
I said, yeah, should be good.
Okay.
Sweet. Awesome. So I'll catch you guys next week.
Alright. Sounds
Hokey
good.
pokey.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you more.
Love you most.
Aw. Later.
Yep.